Let me get. Oh yeah, the music. Wo ist meine 3, 2, 1 chest.
That clock.
Yep, loud and clear.
Good test. Are watching from the rooftops.
Nope. Now there's no sound for some reason.
I didn't stream.
And you're
I don't
live.
even know why. I didn't even.
You're streaming right now.
That's crazy because that's the second time that's happened. I didn't. Oh, because it's starting automatically on here. That's ridiculous.
Oh, boomer.
I don't know what's going on.
Good job.
Boomer moment. I don't know what setting.
Is.
I don't know what its settings on. Why is it starting automatically? That's fake.
Well, we're live, so.
Well, I'll demand that I take down Boogie Audio. No, it's not going to be Boogie Audio. That's the second time. There's some kind of like weird thing going on. We got to test it. All right.
Everything's been fucking up.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Nerd City Madness. Here we go.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
I know what setting it is.
Oh, just let me out.
Shut up.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Oh, just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me
What happened? My computer's going berserk.
Gets the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker.
Yeah, you're frozen.
Yeah, I froze.
You're still frozen to me.
What's going on?
I think you're fine live, it seems.
That's strange.
I'll keep watching. This is, Lord, what a shit show.
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do, or try.
Oh no.
I'm gonna try to restart.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to restart.
Oh no.
Yeah, I am.
Oh no, because you're fine for alive, it seems. Don't know.
That's annoying. I can't switch scenes though.
Listen, fuckhead.
Oh no.
Yeah, and now another thing. No, I definitely got to do it. 33% of chromosomes left. Thank you. I don't think it's done because you got a white background. It's almost like I'm running out of German Joe came in here and he upgraded fucking everything, like because he's got a mania about doing it. Did we restart since? I don't know. Let's try. Let's see if we can get back on and get good. So don't worry. I'm not.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right. Let's see if we can get good. And we're back. Jesus Christ. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Wacky Drama Show.
Going on, baby? Keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
out. Fine. Relax. Nerd did it. He said he would. Didn't he? He wrote that stupid thing like, if he wants me to hurt him, I'll hurt him. Mr. Tough Guy.
Yeah.
What's with this dippy want mint tongue? What is this? Is this dabbing my mint?
I don't know. That's just hentai being hentai.
No, but somebody else is writing it too. Reynolds Hughes, 15 months. What a wonderful start. Oh, who cares? Most people just turn the damn thing on. I'm the only one that tries to make it like a showgram. You know, Jesus. Take Nerd's job. I don't think Pyro wants me. It was a check in it. I'd do it.
Fuckhead.
Oh, okay. Now it's acting normally stupid. Thanks so much for being 15 months there, Reynolds Hughes. You're a great supporter. So we got somebody threatened to send me apparently old Nerd's been melting down in Discord. Poor guy. And this is where he did a bunch of slurs, which is funny to me. I'm not going to sit there and pro clutch over it, but Doc on Nerds. What should I go to first? We'll just read it straight down, or click on this shit, or what?
Yeah, I would go in order. So the
we did the slurs clip. Slurs clip. I don't know if it's necessary now.
Yeah, but yeah. So this doc was published a month ago. So this is kind of when we first started becoming aware of it. The introduction you don't really need. It's for like a normie.
As a creator,
same thing.
As a creator in the YouTube sphere, Gaining rapport with the community is a crucial aspect of boosting engagement by Nerd City. Support and growth. Many YouTubers may decide to release merchandise, subscriber-only interactions, NFTs through various ways. TBH's way of doing this is creating a subscriber on Patreon-only account, costing $5 a month. Cheaper than lolcow. A month with basic peer subscription pack. Patreon users are entitled to Patreon exclusive episodes, personal Discord server, early access releases of the podcast. Those who are extremely active in the server. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I'll get myself in trouble. The hosts are extremely active in the server. All right, let me just say this. Some people, some creators don't belong in Discords. There are some, I think I handle that stuff pretty well, but I also know when to turn the switch. And he ain't one of them. It should be like Clown, or if he does time on there, it should be scheduled and there should be a start and end time. Not everybody's cut out for dealing with the public. Hosts are extremely active, but unfortunately, this has been the downfall for Nerd City. I should just steal this and do a video. Opening Avenue allows people. What's all this? Just get to the fucking point. Amalgamation of different internet celebrities, blah blah blah. Intelligent-minded. What? Nerd will show disregard.
This is literally just an explanation of what, like, the Patreon, and so it's like a fucking essay introduction to what's been going on.
Where did people get all this? People used to hate writing essays when I was a kid. Now they write essays over, if some chick gets hit on the wrong way. So Nerd disregards different communities and he only wants to interact in his word with intelligent-minded, like-minded individuals. Wow. Dark Viper and him should go bowling. Ugh.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, which is an understandable attribute. I mean, literally, this is worse than anything fucking Wings have ever done. Like anyone, it's embedded in psychology for us to want to interact with similar people and personality growth. However, why even address that? It's just so arrogant. However, to build to the point where we all have to work, Nerd City having an unconventional job as a public figure, criticism is to be expected. Here's the thing. The first criticism meltdown happened on this show with Verse. And I forget the question he had, but he was like, who are you? Who are you? He literally switched from, that's the first time we saw it, from nice, intelligent YouTuber, knows a lot of stuff, to just nasty, defensive jerk over mild questions. And then when you kind of press him on that, and then he thinks it's a conspiracy to get him. And by the way, that happened all long before TBH happened. Like anyone, it's embedded in the psychology. I saw it. Work with Nerd City, unconventional job. Everyone has parts of their jobs they don't like. When you host a community, when you host a community like this, where you're exposed to frequent discussions, there'll be an occasional troll or someone that says something distasteful. There's also, what's other thing is, I'm gonna be careful here too. Sometimes you meet people that are really fucking annoying. And they don't shut up, or they hog all the space, and it's difficult because they're paying customers. You can't sit there and make character judgments, and that seems to be Nerd City's problem. He doesn't seem to get that on the people, and then you have to tolerate them. You don't have to play video games, you don't have to hang out with them, you don't have to do anything, but you have to tolerate. But Nerd City constantly search up his own name, and a search for alert to reply anybody that even an ounce of criticism. Yeah, this is an act of snarky and disrespectful. Yeah, and then outright ban them, which again will be presented in the document. Because this came up, we literally covered this, right? On a TBH a thing. We were kind of goofing on him, thought he was going a little nutty, but this is a lot deeper than we initially thought.
Well, there's this because from what I remember, there's the whole thing about cats.
Yeah, and he was freaking out about
tangent
it.
On cats, and then people just started shitting on him. In the
I thought I don't know why. What I thought was maybe he would all right, maybe I pulled that a little far. No, there's kind of no self-inspection, which is something I did notice about him. It's everybody else's fault. In this document, various elements of Nerd City for his narcissistic and egotistical behaviors example. You know what's sad about this? Even though he's been a complete egotist and a jerk to me, he's also been one of the nicer guys in YouTube that went out of their way to help me. So I'm very crossed with this in some ways. his relentless transphobic comments and homophobic comments. See, that's a part of him that I've never seen before. And because like I could make a transphobic joke or a gay joke, and I'm sure that could be twisted into this guy hates all gays or LGBTQ, whatever. And like I'll be like, "Oh, screw you." It's cracking a joke is different than being hateful. We will prove his hypocrisy. His narcissistic tendency will be proven through his own words and relentlessly arguing with people on social media. He also advocated for LGBTQ community. Well, just because you make a crack, but he's calling people the F slur like in a hateful way, right?
Yeah.
That's weird.
No, when we watch that video, like the whole compilation of his slurs. Also, Hentai updated me on what the Dappy thing is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a jab at Nerd City because his NFT project was called Dead Avatar Project, hence DAP.
Yeah, he's never recovered from that mentally. I don't believe, and I've said this before, I'm sure it won't matter. I'm sure he'll take this as me trying not to get him or just to, you're doing it for views. That's the only reason you do it. No, you're like a part of the community and this is what I cover. And you have no problem with it when it's another person besides yourself. But with me, it's a conspiracy to bring it down.
He also did call other hosts the F slur today, apparently.
Sounds like he swallowed the whole bottle of red pills.
Yeah.
His narcissistic. Shut up. Whoever wrote this is, honestly, I hope they sit on attack. Oh God, what's this? Let's watch this. I wonder why people shit talk you, and I wonder why people took you on Twitter where you don't have admin perms. I want my $2 back. Well, the cat thing. I hate being embed peasant.
Embed
peasant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. You ban anyone who says something a little bad about you. Fucking womp womp. And it where it said, hey, F slur, F you. And F anyone reading this. Me? Leaving here too. That's so funny. Nerd City using slurs insulting a member for a valid comment. Screenshot provided by Tommy C livestream. I don't even remember that. Oh God, they even like I don't even remember posting this. I probably just thought it was funny. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get referenced in this. So.
Yeah. I'm in the bibliography. In the back. These guys, too much fucking time with their hands. I hated doing this for like, I know they're all in college and they're like, I gotta make a bibliography, you know?
Well, to be fair, okay, the English kind of student part of me, they didn't source side.
Yeah, you fucked it up, see?
Beside the point.
It was a complete waste of time. You didn't even do it right.
No, this isn't even MLA.
You jerks. Figure 3, making a sarcastic comment of being timed out for a week. Timed out for a week. I'm taking no joy in this because, like, first of all, we're gonna get into later. Is Reddit turned on him? Reddit, and this is just a fact, Jack. Your Reddit turning on you is a surefire sign that your career is over or you're becoming a lolcow. Your career is over because people just lost any kind of, like, they don't see you as a kind of reliable narrator, or that's not even the right no, or they see you as kind of a joke. And you become a lolcow when you don't when you just double down on all the stuff that got you in that position in the first place, which I could see Nerd City doing, which is like, wow, what a fall from grace. And I don't take any joy in that because I think Nerd's got a lot to give, and I do think he's a talented guy. But he listens to no one, and everyone's out to get him. It's a bad combination, man, especially in this business. Well, since I never seen you explain a single thing correctly, I'd like not to hear from you for a week. Replying to Gaytar. Like, doesn't he, like, first of all, Clown brings a lot of trolls with him. That he always like I can think of Piplad off the top of my head. I mean, and you just gotta, I've dealt with Piplad before. I actually like Piplad. Nerd's logical excuses for banning people. I can't even see that. No, I can't even read it. It's so small.
You want me to try and read it? I can.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. See if you could read that at the bottom. If you give that a shot, because I certainly can't.
Yeah, let me just pull it up real quick. Figure 4's logical excuses. Lovely Julia.
Can you read that?
Oh yeah, I can read it.
I don't think you can read that with glasses. Go ahead.
So he's replying to a comment that said, I mainly mean someone like Bailey, who was never a troll, never has been a troll, and only took issue with you due to the banning of a large majority of other people she would have interacted with it, ... So then his Nerd City's reply is, Joke CSGO wrote a post saying that I'm a cuck who gets off on banning people. I banned them for that, because that kind of open disrespect doesn't belong in here.
He doesn't even address he doesn't even address what she said. He doesn't even address it. He just addresses the reason oh, Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
Bailey, right underneath that comment, builds on that comment and says I should leave instead. And the only reason I don't is ego. They put a cherry on top of a comment that got someone banned and tried to serve it back to me. That's a ban too.
He's lost.
Then they get unbanned and first post back, write a huge text wall about how I'm not a good YouTuber and they fell asleep trying to watch one of my videos.
You're funny when you read. You might read more often. Keep going.
Of course. Again, the rest I didn't read because it was obviously just revenge posting.
Oh.
They got banned again and tweeted the screenshot of them saying it and tagged me. So, at Astronaut Bacon, whatever the fuck you want to call that.
He's embarrassed. Says, I hate Astronaut Bacon. That guy's such a jerk. You know, I mean, oh, God. He can't even laugh at himself anymore. If he ever
whatever
could.
the fuck you want to call that, whether it's quote-unquote trolling or just acting entitled and fat and foolish. It's a misstep on their part to think they needed to do it or that it'll be welcome in a Patreon area. That's the... Good Lord.
Wow. That's funny. That's really funny. The user Stink made a sarcastic comment about Haz, a member who got banned. So banning people isn't working, Nerd City. And you probably could have took this is the micro, this is the macro. You probably could have took something from the micro with the cat stuff. It's just not worth it. Your job is simply to serve those people and have them keep donating to you. Your job is not getting them like, hey, fatso, I haven't talked with Pyrocynicos considering having you. Yeah, yeah, right. We can match Keep Stars offer. Pip, pip, cheerio. I guess I can't talk about Pyro. Pip, chip, cheerio. I'll do the job, sure. No problem. And you know what? I won't even go after Pyro. I don't know why I'd go after Pyro. I don't really hate the guy to begin with. I sort of owe an apology for fucking buying Turkey's Tom's second dog and fucking part of his Google Doc. To be honest with you. That was my fault. But he did a lot of other fucking stuff that made that kind of minor. There's just a few cases of nerd trials banning users for reason he pleases, which makes it worse. I mean, he should take it. I love Wings to death, but I mean, this is what got Wings in trouble.
Do you have a clip of that?
Thanks, Ken. What's up, Tommy? Miss you on the other show. It's Trainwreck. Not the good kind. It's a prank channel. Thank you guys for continuing to support, though. I do appreciate it. These are a few cases of nerd trials banning user. Yeah, okay. In the To Be Honest channel called Maggot, which is the purpose of the channel is to restrict Discord users from most permissions with 15-second shutdown time as punishment for something. Like, if you got to do a thing where you're constantly punishing people, you either got to draw a line in the sand. Like, this is what can't be said, and one of them is you can't put in there, like, you don't see on my rule list, you can't make fun of me. And people say nasty stuff on my server all the time. I mean, I suppose if you spam it or some shit like that over and over again, like, oh, nerds videos suck, nerds videos suck, nerds. All right, fine. But these are paying customers. Nerd City recently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're paying customers, man.
I can't remember the exact
It sounds like they're just making fun.
Because there's two different. There's two.
They're
different
not saying the
tiers of
stuff they say
TBH.
to me, like your wife divorced, but you don't support your children, stuff like that. They're not even saying that shit. They're making fun of him for banning people.
So there's two different. I'll just pull this up real quick. Their Patreon.
Holy shit! I got 70 czar. We just want to tell you lots of cool stuff. All right, go ahead.
So in order to get access to the Discord, you need to pay £450 a month. That'd be a little bit like probably $5.99 USD, and then you get, if you want like this exclusive Discord chat, it's £17 a month.
Do you have a clip of that?
So
Bailey, hi, I'm Bailey. That is mentioned. I got unbanned and replied back to him. I never called him a bad YouTuber. He accused me of being one of the people rated a server. Yeah, so I told him I find him boring and I would never do that. Yeah, see, they got funny trolls in there. That's funny. Oh no, I didn't rate your server. I think you suck. I only rated somebody I liked. All right, did somebody said they had? Who said they had a? What is it? Feck? Yeah, I think it is. What do you got, Feck? Hold on a second. He's got it in there. What do you got, Feck? What do I have to know?
Hello.
You probably should say. What do you have? What do you have that I don't? I don't know.
I have many screenshots. I sent you two.
Okay.
Just to read. One of them was from today. He replied to me. I asked him.
I thought has he officially quit?
No. Okay. So I can explain that as well. So
explain that.
Basically, last night he had a meltdown over the Pyrocynical subreddit, because in that Reddit, because TBH doesn't have its own Reddit, people just went in there and start like completely rent-free making fun of Nerd, like DAP memes, posting screenshots of him. And he goes into TBH, calls Colossal a coward, calls Pyrocynical a coward and a cock.
For what? For not banning the people making fun of him?
Yeah, for one, not banning the people making fun of him, but mainly for being, apparently in his eyes, unable to contain the trolls within the Pyrocynical subreddit. So he compares Pyrocynical to Keffels at one point. He calls him a coward. He calls him a cuck. In the screenshot I sent to you, I think he calls Pyro a mongoloid.
You might not be wrong there.
True.
Let's see, this post, I keep thinking of the one calling me autogynephilia. What does that mean, autogynephilia?
I believe autogynephilia is a fetish for wearing clothes of the other gender. It's one of his many rants about trans people.
Okay. That's new. I mean, he's got to know that's because he's very T-cross or I-dot or optics oriented. This new thing with going berserk about trans people. And by the way, I don't think any jokes are off, but he sounds like he's pissed off. You know, alt-right conspiracy theory. And Pyro's Discord naming general chat minting general. I found out I've been called that for the last 2 weeks. That's seeing that Pyro called out the last. So they got to delete all the other people from other Discords. It's not just the other one. Oh man, this is done.
Yeah, the way I believe he phrased it is that people who are completely outside of their fandom, so say like just a YouTube drama subreddit.
I'm not deleting shit if they start fucking making fun of him here. I got a fucking thing, you know.
It's specifically if it's in the communities of any of the other hosts. By the looks of it, he has a problem with that. He thinks that they should have to stick up for him, to like moderate anyone who like makes fun of him, or like in his eyes he keeps they're spreading lies about him.
Oh, see that's what everybody says, even the government. They're spreading lies. That's just another word for censorship. Yeah, all those. Let's see. Tell Pyro to fix his community. I'm talking to them right now. Oh, that's a good idea. Do you think this is some kind of mental illness? Because this is wackier than I've seen him lose it before, but I don't know this guy. This is crossed into a person I don't know. He's always been overly sensitive about criticism. He's always been incredibly paranoid. He thinks everybody's out to get him, but I've never seen this. And then sort of, all right, let me ask you something. Are you a lefty or a righty? Be honest. or you don't care?
Lefty, I really, I couldn't say I really care too
Okay,
much.
okay, fine, fair enough. Is the stuff he's saying about trans people legitimately hateful?
See, this is the way I see it. I don't know if he's just like really.
Because I really don't want to say he's a transphobe unless
am I allowed to call him autistic on stream?
Okay, all right, yeah, you call him. You say whatever you want. Just about, don't say the N word.
He's like, I'm not gonna slur or anything. Well, he said enough slurs, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I think, genuinely hateful. I couldn't really. I feel like there's not enough to say that he's genuinely hateful, but he knows that what he's saying is being perceived that way. Like, he knows what he's doing. I feel like.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's fix this community. And then you sent me this.
Yeah, that screenshot. So after he had his ramble yesterday, losing his shit, the other hosts said they would have a call with him, and I believe Colossal's words were roughly along the lines of either he gets it, like the way he moderated the Discord, like you said before, banning people clearly doesn't work.
How does he think that's going to make money?
Yeah, I know. That's the main reason I imagine the other hosts are mad, because he's banning people who are giving them money. It is a direct source of income.
Nice. Sounds like his days are numbered over there. Will the podcast be okay? I mean, it's only down to 3 guys if they get rid of him.
We've asked them several times. Every time we've always been told the podcast would continue regardless.
Did you well, it can continue with that 3 people. That's more than enough. 4 people is too much if you ask me. That's just my opinion. From being the professional podcaster that I am. But let's see, you should probably get in a call. It's funny he's doing all this in public, and I get this lecture because I one time said to somebody, and he knows it was him. I don't know how do I say this without. I referenced him sometimes without referencing him directly, and he got so pissed off about it. I didn't even say his name or anything. And he got mad, and he constantly accuses me of using DMs and stuff for DMs and stuff for content. And I guess technically I'm doing this now, but I didn't do it this time. I'm just reporting what's already out there.
But he's really ruthless about searching up his own name on Reddit and
how do you know that? How do you know that?
If you go back through his Reddit, I don't specifically have screenshots of that, but he hasn't deleted any of it. If you go back through his Reddit, he literally is just, he's basically just God defending himself, like in Pyro's Reddit and anywhere.
See, that makes me worried a little bit, because that's just, he was always bad in this department, but never this bad. See, I don't know how the podcast can continue with him, because he's going to unless they're going to use him as a punching bag.
Well, that's what the clan said, was either he gets it, he wasn't offended in any way from what Clown said. He didn't care that he was called a bunch of slurs or whatever.
No,
called a coward. He just wanted him to either get his act together or leave. I think he said those were the most likely options. Either he leaves or he sorts himself out. And it being Nerd, I don't imagine he will back down.
No, I don't think so either. Thanks for the call, though. I appreciate it. I'll be taking calls later. I just want to get fed because he hit me before the show.
If you want any other screenshots, let me know.
Probably. Is there anything that I don't already have?
I have quite a bit on the dock.
So. I have like 3 dozen in front of me.
Send them to her. Send them to Jeannie. And maybe we'll get them later.
She wants
but make sure they're killer funny. If they're just if they're just make sure they're awesome.
I'll sort them.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you for the time, though.
All right, fact. Jesus. Nerd maggoting people even threatening to call out his transphobic behaviors. Well, if you're going to say a bunch of hateful shit, you're going to get crap. People got maggoted for warning him that someone is going to call out his post for the dead naming and other stuff. Surprising, Nerd's last trans comment didn't cause problems. So these, in a now deleted segment of the Patreon exclusive Nerd episode, Nerd calls people that sexually frustrated. That's an opinion.
Yeah, we did cover that clip on a previous show. So
that's an opinion, and he's entitled to that opinion, and that is not transphobic or hateful. You're entitled to that opinion. And then I know some lefties would tell you there's more nuance to it, and the nuance is that you're hateful. You don't understand the nuance, therefore you're hateful. Yeah, sure. Figure 8, frustrated Redditors expressed the fact that he used to advocate for LGBTQ. Well, fuck them. I'm going to stick up for nerd on that one. Who cares? Didn't the video, but
Yeah,
people
this is
are
just
allowed to
Reddit.
complain about it. You know, I mean, like, didn't do a video about how saying the word gay on video was enough for it to be demonetized and how it suppresses LGBTQ creators. That's you see these Reddit guys. That could be looked at a couple different ways. It suppresses LGBT creators and the censorship. I'm thinking about something very similar. That video, but that's not necessarily a support for LGBTQ. It's more advocacy for you to be able to say what the fuck you like. Am I thinking of something very similar to the videos? But it doesn't mean he's an LGBTQ advocate. Watch a video a few times. It shows with data YouTube's hypocritical and bigoted censorship, and the fact that it's well wrong. Seeing nerd go from defending LGBTQ creators to literally transphobic slurs gave me whiplash. But he was basically, I'm sorry, he wanted the right to say faggot. That's what he was advocating for, or gay, or queer. That's what he was saying. Do people believe that when you say I think they're making him out to be more of an advocate than he was. I don't think they understood his argument to begin with, or they're just being dishonest. He generally was up there with my favorite creators on YouTube, but the crypto brain rot got him. It's depressing. I think it's more depressing as banning people. Sometimes people who report themselves as leftists, he never did. Yeah, this is big. They have a lot of left-wing jerk-offs. They're doing it for a grip. They should be always scrutinized as a famous figure. He was saying that, like, if you ban certain words, then it affects LGBTQ creators. It doesn't mean you're an advocate. It just means, look, you're going to be, you're thinking you're taking down the guys that are transphobic or homophobic, but you're really taking down the gays too. That's all he said. It's why one should always be scrutinized as a famous figure instead of automatically believing everything they say. See also Candace Owens. So these guys have a political bias as well.
Oh yeah.
Nerd banning top users on the servers for one comment despite the users' card. I mean, if they want to sit there and rap about him being transphobic, that's fine. I mean, you can't say, I can't imagine they can say, if he's going to use that, first of all, you're going to lose a slur interchangeably. It really depends, I suppose. Being friends with other hosts, whatever. Nerd, if you hate the service so much, wouldn't it be easier for your mental just to leave? And then it shows him the door. Okay. I just want to read these fucking things. Figures of a narcissist. All right, they're psychologists now. Just call him a narcissist and be done with it. Don't say, I'm going to support my argument. Lack of empathy. It's grandiose. He also could have a slew of other fucking mental illnesses because he's actually acting in a manner that I've never seen before. Nerd City's behavior on Reddit and Twitter. Nerd City's account is a comedic. Pathetic analysis. Pathetic analysis of the character. He constantly interacts with threads that he mentions. Does anyone see on this account his interaction history? I'm starting not to care because this has kind of got a political slant, and I don't like it. Let's look at some of the funny stuff. I can't play the music here, but let's look at some of these funny ones. That was funny. Hey, F slur, F you. And F anyone reading this, leaving here too. That's funny. What is wrong with you? I'm interpreting your basic mean. You effing. Yeah, he's using the word like I did when I was a teenager. I know some lefties. Terrible. I know some lefties think that I did the best. Let's see. Quickly, I did the best I could. You'll probably enjoy the benefits of that moderation or too passive too. I'm out. Sorry to the people I brought here. Was a bad judgment on my part. On paper, it seemed like a good idea. It turns out it doesn't work. Oh, that's Dolan. Sent to Dolan. I literally left the server over it being unsuitable shitstream of cats. I remember posting and recording and scrolling up the chat. It's just stock cat media. People using Discord like a toilet. Oh, he's really nuts. I think transphobia is like the least of his problems. Imagine getting that mad. Like, you're supposed to be doing something fun, but I'm doing something serious, and how dare you sully it? I thought the other guys were supposed to be the stuffy Englishmen. But doing TBH told me 3 voices speaking at once is too much for me. It literally pisses me off. It's not their fault. I literally can be reduced to saying, shut up sometimes so I can think straight. 4 people is too much for a podcast. I really think 3 tops. It's 1 to 3 tops. Here's how you do it. You have 2 talkers and 1 sniper. It works. But some people can listen to like 10 voices at once and not get mad. Like parents with huge families. Like those dirty Catholics. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, I want to see that one again. Oh, I hate this. Still less maggot than Effler. People in the present company, I'm glad you stuck around. And so, sorry, it's these nuts. I get it. What else is here? I'm not recording until they start deleting the pyro. I wonder if this has happened. This is too funny. I'll take calls on Nerd in a second because then we'll go into the other stuff if we need to. You make these public when we were sorting in private. This is clown. When you wanted to ban Patreon users with total impunity, this sounds like I was arguing with Wings. I simply warn you that that as a result of that they would flock to Reddit. He probably did because clown's that smart. Twitter is a splinter servers and continue what they were doing, but with far greater fervor. This is not listening. But now you're not when that prediction came through. Pyro might be a little coward, but there's not much he can do about his social net fan base and mentally ill subreddit. Yeah, there's a lot of retards among them. Like, what did you think we get involved in? A sophisticated podcast. Like, God, who wants to listen to that? Maybe Nerd should do his own podcast. I guess this is dull. Nerd has voiced his issues more publicly in the Discord than he has with us. Laughing my ass off. Pyro on the subreddit. Who's sitting in the shadows? Why is that Michael Jackson? What does that mean?
That's him saying that Pyro's like Michael Jackson in the shadows, not doing anything to the subreddit while they slander Nerd City.
Getting everyday thing about him. We're at war. This is a late response talking about our Patreons. God. You realize like all the connections you made, if they see this, it's going to be like you're going to lose them. Probably not. Let's see. Why is Pyro kind of such a loser nowadays? Because he's the accumulation of the traits that he admires or jealous of other people. That's weird. Going to Reddit is different than, let's say, you're making all this public. Going to Reddit is different than going to Pyro's Discord and Pyro subreddit. He's mentally ill. I'm convinced. There's no way he could not know this was a bad idea. I mean, this is the guy that told me to stay away from Medicare and the alt-right crowd and stuff, and he says, because this is what will happen. And he was right. I actually listened to him. Ban people from here when they're here, or they will be banned unless they cross the magic line with him. Your lot never had my back. You unbed everyone I banned just so they think you were cool. They turned the server into a hate community. And you're the one calling everybody F-slur. That necessitated coming back to the server at the end of the Nazi GIFs. Well, here's the thing. You start saying stuff like that with that particular crowd. And
Stop the point, bitch!
And a vindictive fixation where you're all presiding over it daily, like most of the self-concerned, head-in-the-sand admins. My God, what a no-fun guy. Like, you ever think of this, Nerd? That what you do isn't that serious? And the type of people that want to listen to you are not very serious people either? That maybe, just maybe, how you see yourself is not exactly what you are or how you're seen. And let me ask you something else. What YouTuber out there, I mean, Charlie gets shit, right? What to YouTuber out there is like, wow, that guy's very wise, very intelligent. What, Jordan Peterson? Like you're a drama tuber. You're doing a drama cast, essentially. Sorry, Dolan, that's what it is. It's like Slop Live. His community, I think Dolan probably knows that. I was just making a crack because of Slop Live, but I actually watch that every day. Every day he puts one out, I watch a new one on Dolan Darkest. His communities were being instrumentalized to spread the narrative about me needing to be canceled. I bet that's, you need to acknowledge it with a little dappy, wappy, minty baby talk. Dappy, wappy. What the fuck is he talking about? All right, let me take some calls.
It's the meme thing, as I explained earlier from hentai. Because DAP was the acronym.
So no matter what he does, he can't figure out what's going on. He has no self-awareness. Like, they're just making fun of him. He can't fit. All right, let's. All right, here's the thing. All the calls, they're going to be about Nerd City. I want to hear this shit. Callie, and you got to be ready to go. Callie?
Yo, what's good? Right, so
what do you got?
My main problem with Nerd City is just the fact of the hypocrisy. Like, randomly he'll go on about how, oh, people are saying this and people are saying that, yet he does the exact same thing himself. Like, with the banning, he'll go on about how, oh, but people can't say the F word, but I can't say the F word, but other people can. Meanwhile, someone says, Dappy want mint, he bans them. Like, I got banned because he went on like a 20-minute tirade about fucking, oh, what was it, tactical bans, and I just said, okay, Mussolini. He bans me and then calls me a troll. He's went through the server multiple times just calling anyone who disagrees with him a troll, and it's the whole Streisand effect of he'll ban anyone that disagrees with him and then cry that they've went to another source to cry about him.
Yeah.
It's just that it's a strange one.
I can see why you called him Mussolini. I mean, it's like it's almost like it's like a good obviously it's hyperbolic, but it's almost on the money. You know?
Yeah, like with the hypocrisy part on the Google Doc, I believe that was just about how he made a like hour-long video on Sniper Wolf going on about how she's a narcissist. Yeah, he does the exact same things himself. He thinks that he's right, no one else.
Yeah,
right,
he should do all that kind of stuff too. That's a good point. All right, thanks for the call, Callie. Celtic or Rangers?
Oh, Celtic.
All right, you get a good you get a pat in the back, sir. Thank you. Convinging, whatever you do. What do you got on Nerd City?
Conniving.
Were you conniving? I can't see. It's another monitor. I can't see it.
Yeah, it's chill. I wanted to explain the DAP terminologies to you, but it seems you already got that down from Jeannie.
I think so. No, it's all right.
Well, do you have like context and origin for this like beautiful meme?
You know what? Go ahead. Do it for the crowd.
Okay.
But get to the point quick. Try as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
I joined TBH in February. I had no context on who any of the hosts were because I joined for an unrelated reason. And quickly I noticed that people did not like Nerd City, and he ended up leaving quickly because of cat gifts. And that was the first time he left. He left for about 4 months, and within those 4 months, people were making fun of the gifts that his Dapcord, his NFT Discord, posts over in there because it seems very out of touch. Everybody's old and whatever, so their memes don't relate to Gen Z or whatever within TBH Cord. So we start parodying these memes. Well, not we. People in the Discord start parodying these memes, and they start captioning it with stuff, just making fun of NFTs, basically, calling it a rug pull scam and whatever. And then later on, they start. It gets a bit far. They start taking
Hitler.
Waiting for that new DAP NFT drop. And it's like a picture of Hitler tweaking on meth. So all of this came up, and people eventually, what's happening is there's 3 hosts in the main Discord. Nerd left, and people are posting all these weird gifs and stuff, but it's funny. People are using it as like a joke. They're just memeing around.
Well, he can't take it.
But somebody leaked. Yeah, somebody leaks it to Dapcord, and that's why he ends up rejoining the server. But when he rejoined, he instantly felt betrayed by like all of the hosts because they didn't want them letting people make memes about him while he was gone. Even though it was like heavily discouraged, it was happening. Servers from the main server. It was not happening within, to be honest, Discord. Anyway, what the big event that happened once he came back about a couple of weeks after, the reason people call him transphobic is not because any of the other weak shit you've been shown.
Sure.
It's because of Dapcord. Within Dapcord, and I'll say this, like many people are mostly right wing, and the stuff they discuss in there, and this isn't just like a lefty thing. I try not to take that. Anyway, the stuff they discuss in there is much less tame than they would in the To Be Honest community. Like they openly say tranny, they openly homophobic, whatever. It's fine, but yeah. He ends up wanting to purge the server of all the trolls that are posting memes against him. So he ends up raiding the podcast Discord, making people from Dapcord, like his most racist SS officer in there. He brings them into TBH Cord, and he makes them a sheriff, which is admin role. And yeah, so he brings his most racist SS officer over from Dapcord into TBH Cord, a completely different community where everybody's younger. He brings like this 43-year-old guy named Merlin. Yeah, Merlin. Have you heard of him?
No.
Have you seen anything?
No.
I have screenshots of him. So.
Yeah. So yeah, this guy is completely unhinged. And there's a message saying Merlin is the most diplomatic, trustworthy guy I know I've ever met on the internet from Nerd City. And if people have a problem with him, that just shows the problem with this Discord. That's like kind of verbatim what he said. But he instantly starts being transphobic as fuck. He like bans a trans person. He calls them an it. He says all this weird shit, and then he says like, "I don't have to agree with you," or whatever.
I know you're trying to be fair, but this is this far right in your opinion? This Dapcord thing?
Okay.
In your opinion, I'm asking your. It's what I'm not. I'm asking your personal opinion. Like is it far right? In my
personal opinion, yeah, the people in Dapcord are far right, and the reason I think that is because Merlin, the guy he brought over himself, and from all the messages I've seen in Dapcord, people there openly, they'll call anyone who's a pyrocynical fan a communist, a Marxist. Nerd does this all the time in the To Be Honest Discord. I don't know how you never saw any screenshots of that so far.
No,
but
it's obviously May War.
Yeah,
this is deep.
Yeah, he'll call everybody a Marxist and a communist if they're in Pyrocynical's Discord, if they browse his subreddit. And the problem people had earlier, like yesterday, was he was comparing Pyro to Vaush, to Keffels, to like all these pedophile left-wing streamers, just because there was one post. There was one post on the subreddit by some troll on To Be Honest that got removed after an hour.
Do you think in your opinion, the far right kind of got a hold of him a bit?
Yes, I do. I actually do. I think he's
like. Here's the thing. Like, I'm like, you're probably worried that I'm gonna like snap on you because look, I hate when people.
No.
I hate when people. You know, if I like I'm a Trump supporter, so you must be a Nazi. You know, so like, yeah, that's not.
Yeah, no, I don't think
this is not what's going on here.
Yeah. That's what I've been trying to say. But yeah, Dapcord is completely unhinged, and you'll notice this if you've been a podcast viewer, which I've been viewing since like February. I saw the old episodes as well.
Oh, wow.
Throughout, he'll mention like really good points and whatever. Like he's good at talking,
he's a smart guy.
But then he'll mention something completely unhinged and conspiratorial, and he'll say it as fact. So I don't know if you saw the Alien episode. It's a must watch if you're curious about stuff like this. Anyway,
I don't want to make fun of him anymore. I feel like something wrong. Are you worried about this something wrong?
No, 1,000%.
I don't know this guy. Like I know this guy. He was never super self-aware, and he was never. But I've never seen him. Like, he was always a little paranoid, but this is like next level. All right, thanks for the call. I'm gonna take some. I got mad people.
Okay, there's so much more, but bye.
I know. I'm gonna take Joe Jangles. Dojangles. Is that the real Dojangles? Yes, it is.
Hello.
Hello, sweetie. How are you?
Ew.
Hey there. How you doing, baby?
Do you have a clip of that?
Yeah.
Chill Force. I'm glad you covered this. I can't figure this shit out myself. Me either. But what's your opinion, Dow?
Well, my opinion is that this is a guy that probably up until recently, like I was pretty cool with for a really long time. But the problem is that when you take yourself a little too seriously and Discord a little bit too seriously, this is what happens. So I was going to have him on my podcast like a couple of months ago.
Oh, really?
And because he joined the server like 4 hours later than when we were supposed to record. He just shows up really, really late. He sees Boblax in my server and leaves. He even typed in the server.
Well, he is a communist. He's a Canadian communist.
Well, here's the thing. For a really long time, like I think in some ways, like I'm kind of where you are with that, where you don't think his intentions are bad.
Yeah, I'm
starting to wonder. Well, yeah. I always felt like whenever I heard from him a lot of the times over the years, it was almost to kind of like come in and reprimand me in a way. Like, don't talk to this person, which he was right about John Swan. Okay. Like I'll give him that.
Well, who was right first? Me.
You were, but he told me like, oh, you know, like he joined my Discord server years ago and was like, oh, wow. Like, you know, I'm not staying in there. You got a lot of rats in there. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. You don't have to stay in there.
Just do the goddamn show and fucking leave. I don't care. I mean, people do that all the time.
Right. Right. Like, who cares? Like, it's just a place where we record. So, I don't know. And then it was like, there was like an interaction a couple of months ago where I was making like a tipster meme, you know, like I always do. I'm going to take that. I'm taking that. It's not a victory lap. It's a victory marathon at this point. Because
So what did you do?
So I made a tipster meme like weekly, like daily at that point. And he replies to me like something kind of snarky, like a, why do you even care kind of thing.
None of your fucking business.
And I was like, I know. So I just replied to him and I sat there for a second and I thought about it. And because like, I know he can't take it when people are mean to him. I just replied and said, why does anybody care about what anybody does on the internet?
Yeah, that's a great reply. Yeah, because I get that all the day. Like, I write a tweet, I'll get like 200 likes or whatever, and I'll get a nobody cares. Like,
oh, okay. Obviously you do because you're here. But then like, he deletes that reply, comes into my DMs, and says, well, I think I'm just mad. And he kind of starts walking it back a little bit because I think he knows how that looked a little bit.
Yeah. Surprised.
And then he was like, I don't think that he, you know, like, I'm just mad at him because he shared my DMs. Well, yeah, surprise, surprise. Somebody talked about you 4 years ago and you're still fucking pissed off about it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And then he comes to me like a month later and is like, oh, I get it now. I understand. I see the light. I know why everybody puts on tipster now. And it's kind of like, I always felt like somebody who did support him.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that even stuck up for him when he was wrong sometimes to people. Like I would get in arguments with people and they were right about him, but I was sticking up for him. But because I hung out with Boblax at VidCon, which I've known Boblax for like 5 years at this point, and I'm an adult, I can,
yeah, exactly. You don't get to tell me who I can and can't talk to. What are you,
exactly.
what are you, my fucking husband? Oh, wait, you're not, you know?
Exactly.
My husband's actually famous still.
The thing about it is that it's true. It's true. And like, Boblax has never done me wrong.
Yeah, he's done me wrong, but that's the thing. He's done me wrong, but I've forgiven him or whatever. Look the other way.
Exactly. And even if he had fucked me over, that's been so long.
Yeah, I know.
He needs to learn how to get over things. But it's like somebody who, if he's going to talk to like Dolan and Pyro and say like, you're not sticking up for me. Well, as somebody that stuck up for him before and for him to just like,
I'll give you a better one. He called in the middle of the night, drunk, trying to talk to me and Nick because apparently he was mad because I had said something. I'm not that guy's friend anymore or something in a show. And then he, out of nowhere, he called, and I thought we were good. And then he helped me with something, so I thought we were good. And then I got a lecture like a year ago about something I said a year or two prior to that. Yeah. You know, I mean, and he's like, I was a bad guy again.
Yeah.
You know.
He'll like kind of pick and choose, and so it's just like he quietly unfollowed me. I don't know when. I'm guessing it's something that I posted when I was at VidCon, and it was with Boblax. I'm just guessing. Yeah. I'm guessing that's what it was.
I don't think you're missing anything.
I know, and it's like I'm not missing anything, but it's just like if he's going to sit here and claim that like Dolan and Pyro, they're not sticking up for him. Somebody that did stick up for him, and you can just kind of do that, go kind of under me. Because I feel like in a lot of ways he treats like little guy peons a little bit differently.
He's done that. He's done that to Verse directly. That was the first kind of thing he did the years ago. We're talking about 6-7 years ago.
I remember that. Yeah. It was that first time that he called in.
And all Verse asked him was an honest question. Who are you? Yeah. You know, I'm like, whoa. You know, it really threw me off. Like he does flip like that. Mm.
Like I appreciate him. Like the very few times I have made videos supporting him, but then I don't appreciate like the kind of backhanded comment in my like comments of my videos, but whatever, it's engagement. I just always felt like if you're a little peon, he doesn't care, because there's a lot of people that hung out with Boblax that weekend and they didn't catch the unfollow. But if you're a little peon and you didn't listen to him and you didn't listen to what he said about somebody,
he sounds like he's a control freak.
Yeah, I as somebody smaller that's dealt with him for a number of years, that's kind of the impression that I'm starting to kind of like come to. And I even asked a couple of people like recently, like, is he okay? Like I asked Clown like maybe like a month ago. I was like, yo, is he okay?
I'm starting to wonder now. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello. Who's that? Diorio's here. What's up,
Nick?
Diorio?
Yeah.
Nick? What do you got?
Yeah, with the Nerd City stuff, it's like I wanted to chime in with what Del was saying.
Sure, go ahead.
That yeah, there is like a different standard for people, and I kind of have the answer as to why that is in my case, because I've been held to a completely different standard than all of my friends when it comes to him. Like all of them are kill on sight. For me, like we've interacted a few times over the years. He keeps me unblocked and stuff like that. He'll pop up in replies and shit sometimes. And I wondered why that was. And it's like, it's obvious that he treats Boblax like a fucking child.
Like a drooling, retarded, incompetent child. Yeah, that's
well,
how he's treated
in fairness.
No, but I feel like that's how he's treated me too for like a number of years. Like he would.
Yeah,
like,
with me, it's like a joke busting his balls and trying to get on his nerves. I really don't think Boblax is a lesser human being than I am. You know.
Yeah, I thought I had like a decent interaction with him, and I covered his Dr. Disrespect statement because it was
hysterical,
abysmal.
Oh, tell everybody the Dr. Disrespect statement again on here, just to refresh.
Yeah, I was watching it back with Vega last night. I was showing him actually because he had never seen it, and he went, "Oh my god!"
Tell the crowd. No, tell the audience.
So he says there's two sides to the Dr. Disrespect story, which I guess might be true.
Sure.
But the one side that he's referencing is like the leaked email that is not verified to be real at all, that reads like a fan fiction that is contradicted by Doc's own statements.
Yeah.
So he's convinced, I think, that and he used this terminology. I'm not creating this for the sake of the conversation. Yeah. He thinks Doc was running like an influencer camp through Twitch Whispers called Mustache Rides.
Yeah.
And the title of it was innuendo, or it was called like the Big Dick Club or the Dig Big Club.
Yeah, a slick daddy, right, or something like that.
That's but like he was teaching people how to like become streamers and stuff like that, and then like the Twitch employees had gone rogue. But he then took that and then went into the hypothetical of saying, well, maybe Twitch wanted to get the masculine white guy out there because, you know, they had a deer in charge at that point. There was a person whose pronouns were fucking deer, okay? It's not crazy that they're trying to move out the white guy to bring in the blacks like Kai Cenat and I.
The blacks,
yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, if he said something like, you know, Twitch is probably want somebody like Kai Cenat up in front rather than
he said that, like and then he went, get rid of the white guy.
Yes, that's the I don't know. And then he's citing it.
Tommy, you better stay away from Medicare, okay?
Well,
you have to stay away from Medicare.
Well, it was more Medicare's crowd, he said, but that was a different scenario. He wasn't 100% wrong there. It was Nick was around those days. He wasn't 100% wrong in that situation.
I think
wild conspiracies. That's wild.
No, he didn't say it to me. I was taking L's, and he was telling me not to take. I gotta put that straight.
The Dr. Disrespect shit was extremely.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Like I listened to that on the podcast, and I was like, "This is just so." The theory crafting is just immense here. Like this, that shows you how creative he is at this point. So
yeah,
I doubt I'll ever make a video on this. Just being reasonable, but the conclusion of the video that'll never come out is that for a long while, Nerd City was able to avoid all of this, like all these interactions, because he was genuinely popular. His videos were acclaimed. He had like the Mr. Beast effect, where if you talked about him negatively, you'd get aborted by people. But I mean, there were signs in fucking 5 years ago. This guy was kind of a spur.
Well, we saw it happen here. That's actually gave you your boost. Really, that was your first.
And that was my start. It was a whole bunch of different things for me, but most of all, it was people telling me I was wrong for 4 years about it, and I knew I wasn't wrong, and I'm definitely not.
No.
But when it comes to making live content, or I guess the podcast where he's not in control of the cut that comes out, it's the Ethan Klein effect. Like when you make a scripted video, that's you. That's exactly what you want to put forward. That's the you that you want people to see. When you start talking off the cuff, they realize you're not that person. And you have different opinions, and that's what's happening to him right now.
I don't know if that's it. I'm wondering, the paranoia I think is a little deeper, and the fact that with the next step, let's stop the people that are on other Reddits. That sounds like
you say that shit, bro, but what that's thin skin. What you're telling, I mean, when we were sitting in the call,
but that's next level thing. Don't you think that's like
Nick
next?
Uses the word, but he goes, Nick uses the word lolcow, so he's trying to dox me. You didn't think that was just as fucking crazy?
It was, and it just got worse.
That was really fucking
And then he
crazy.
went on a show with other people where he's going to get goofed on, even if he doesn't do anything goofy, and he can't handle that. And then it just, his every reaction, he's acting like a lolcow. I mean, he really is.
Clown says everyone's in control of the cut, so he can kill it at any point. And Clown even said he'd call in.
Yeah, Clown's in waiting to call right now.
All right. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Clown's is crazy, everybody. Clown, you want to add to this?
Yo, Tommy, what's up?
You tell me. Welcome to the show. You're making big headlines over here.
On the podcast, just to put that out there.
He's on is he on the podcast still?
They can choose what to cut and what not to cut.
Okay. All right, but he's not. He hasn't quit though. That's 100%.
I don't know because he won't get into a fucking.
All right, so guess my title stands.
He refuses to get into a fucking call.
Well, I remember getting lectured about doing stuff in public and
a private call with us. I'm trying to arrange a call between the four of us where we can discuss this and hopefully resolve it.
Been there.
I'm at a point where I don't think any of this can be resolved because he's talking shit mostly about Pyrocynical in there. Pyro's not happy, obviously.
Well, why is Pyro?
He's been talking shit about Pyro on Reddit since June.
Yeah.
Why is Pyro's all of a sudden the focus of his anger? Like, what did Pyro?
Oh, no, it's not Pyro's. No, so he also called out Clown for not moderating his Discord server too. He's just a chronic name searcher.
It's Pyro's fan base. It's Pyro's subreddit. He takes the bulk of the members of the Discord. Most people have subscribed to the Discord because of him. So therefore, most of the focus is on Pyro.
He's biggest YouTuber there. Of course there
he
is.
Also he has the biggest active community outside
he's
of
got
YouTube.
a huge
But didn't he name searched in your server when he had that freak out that day and left yours?
No, he mentioned it in these new messages too. He goes, you don't moderate your hellscape of a Discord. It's on screen right now.
Yeah. But he
there were like 2 or 3
everywhere.
comments which were talking shit about Nerd City. I believe from Piplad mostly, because of course it was. No one should be surprised by this at all. Oh, don't bring him in!
Hey, Pip, welcome to the show. Are you talking about Nerd City?
Oh, he's a bit of a wrong.
There are too many people in this call.
No, there isn't. There's just the right amount. One of them's Piplad. Pip, what's your take? What's your take on this?
He's quite a nasty fellow, I think. He's a control freak, as people have said before. He doesn't like not being in control. He uses it against people. He started trying to spread lies about me in his own Discord back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
He's a nutter. And then he got very angry and then tried blocking me. And didn't he once ask Colossal to be in the J Station video to be in the credits dancing naked in a field, I think I quote.
Why would you take Piplad and do what I did? Like he's
asked you to dance naked in
no, you didn't. The nerd wanted that. You told me nerd wanted that.
There is some context to that. So I wanted Piplad to be in the J Station video because it's a common feature that
he's in a video, yeah.
The donkey is in every single one of my videos, but they had a falling out for whatever reason. I don't even know the specifics of it. I tried not to get involved. And Nerd turned around and said, "Oh well, we don't want Piplad in the video," so he wasn't. Unfortunately,
no, that makes me mad.
Hey, by the way, Clown, when is part 2 coming out?
Don't ask that fucking question, Nicholas the Pig. I don't know. I guess I can answer that. So originally, the first video was meant to be on my channel, but it transpired that it was on the.
Yeah.
Everything that I had to do for part 2, but Nerd never really finished on his end. So now I've kind of like become disillusioned with the whole concept of J Station, lost interest rather. So I don't think part 2 will ever happen, which is a shame because there were some great parts in there. But also, J Station has gone from YouTube. He's gone from the internet in general. I haven't heard anything about this guy for a long time.
Yeah, no one else
Is there
gonna
really
care.
any point? If he ever resurfaced, I might gain interest again.
I think he's a Satanist.
Almost completely disappeared from the internet. I mean, like, it's kind of, what was the point then? It's just going to be like a funny video with cool moments that people were waiting for. I mean, maybe that's worth it, maybe not. I think Nerd still has quite a lot of work to do on that part too, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. Quite frankly, and I've already said to Nerd, I don't really want it on my channel. You're welcome to put it on yours.
Yeah,
It happens. But there are some great parts in that video which were really fun to shoot. I had a great time with Nerd City for those 2 years that we spent together filming all that, and it would be a shame, kind of, to have it not come out. But it is what it is.
Nerd City, J Station's better at taking criticism than Nerd City.
I will say this for Nerd. I will say this for Nerd. The kind of like brigade against him has gotten insane.
I get that, but who? I mean, like, if you wanted, it's yeah. I know.
Let me finish what I'm saying first. Pyrocynical's fucking fan base are a complete degenerate, autistic, mentally ill fucking mess.
Which is why you don't do that. That's why you don't fucking like you incite them and then
they constantly type about this shit. But my advice to Nerd City has always been, and he refused to take it, don't interact with the degenerates. Don't feed them. Don't give them any attention.
Not just that. Honestly,
do what
You're working with Pyrocynical to do that.
On there as well. They talk a bunch of shit about me as well. I couldn't care less. We are sitting in a call together, me, Pyro, and Dolan, and we are literally just laughing at them because they're so fucking ridiculous. And that's the approach that you have to have every single time.
Yeah, he can't do that.
City, for whatever
but
reason,
he has to have that approach with other YouTubers too, and other people in the space, because he burns bridges because people don't kiss his ass, and that's what it is. If you're not kissing his ass or listening to every little thing that he's telling you to do, then he'll nuke the bridge because he's butthurt over it, and he's got to get over that. It's time to grow up. It's time to stop getting mad about like people being in a Discord, people who have like me, like I was telling Tommy right before you joined the call, that somebody like me who stuck up for him for years, even when he was wrong, and he could turn around and get butthurt because I'm hanging out with Bo.
Thanks for that, by the way.
Some bullshit. Yeah.
Can I ask Clown? Can I ask you something? Can I ask?
Yeah, after I finished, all I can do is give him the advice, whether he chooses to take it or not. That's his decision.
I know he's not going to listen.
I know. Doe asked you, is he okay for real?
Is he okay mentally, you mean?
Yeah.
I think that some of this hate, this criticism, these jokes, they have gotten to him. So in terms of that mental state, I mean, he's not okay. But are you asking, like, if he's mentally ill or not? The answer is no.
Sure.
I mean, things have gotten so bad. I sent this guy like an optics check, and he responded. That's how bad. Do you understand that he was fighting in the trenches for like 6 hours, sending hundreds of messages to r/YouTube drama?
Yeah, he's an idiot. I've only recently said it publicly because obviously we don't want to air the dirty fucking laundry in public. But privately, I've just been like, yeah, you're a fucking moron. Why are you typing this? He just can't help himself. He sees like what gets to him the most.
He sees shadows of daggers.
And what gets to most people the most are when people like post misinformation or just straight up lies about him, and that's what really affects him. So if someone was calling Nerd City transphobic and then making up something that he said, like that affects him, and he feels like the absolute compulsion to go and respond to that and make matters worse.
So he's literally no better than Wings of Redemption.
I don't know anything about Wings of Redemption.
That's what Wings of Redemption does. That's what Boogie got in so much trouble for. It literally.
Mod him from the Reddit. Get him from the Reddit, Mod.
There was a very similar drama earlier this year.
And both those guys have mental issues. I mean, I love Wings.
Anyone can say anything about anyone, make up anything about anyone, say anything, and just criticize them to the full extent, whether it's rational or not.
Yeah.
But what you don't do is then go and speak and reply and defend yourself to these mentally ill people.
I think I have somebody call me a pedophile once a week, and I don't respond to anything.
There's nothing you could do. Don't fucking bother. There's no point.
Yeah.
It's completely irrational to do that.
Yeah,
but I cannot for the life
Hey, you know
me.
what's come up recently that I don't take care of my kids? That meme's come up recently. What am I gonna do? Nothing I can do. You know?
If I've got 500 people on a subreddit somewhere calling me a pedophile and there's no context to it, there's nothing, and they're just literally lying, am I going to go there and say, no, I'm not a pedophile? No, I'm not going to fucking try and defend myself something that is clearly wrong to a bunch
you can't
of
prove a negative anyway.
He's never had this before. This has never happened to him.
Yeah.
He's always been like the fucking golden boy who everyone like similar to Mr. Beast, how he was treated prior to this. Everyone liked that guy. He never had to deal with hate. Now he has to deal with it a lot because he did NFTs, and I feel bad for him for that reason because I don't think he deserves it.
I don't think he was a scam. I don't think
But since he or anything like that.
Yeah, I own them. Believe me, I know it's not a scam. But like the subreddit people think that everything involving crypto is a scam.
Yeah.
So he's getting fucked on that front, and now they're hyper analyzing every single thing he says. When he does say something stupid like the Dr. Disrespect stuff, it blows up way bigger.
See, that was taken a little bit out of context as well, because he was merely, and it was a weird and shit side that he gave, but he was trying to give that alternate devil's advocate side.
Oh. So,
but the problem with that is it's baseless. He's quoting the email that's every single party who knows anything about it.
My reaction to it at the time, I was like, well, that's just like the most least likely scenario. I think that's what I said verbatim. But in any case, like, it was just devil's advocate, and that's all he was trying to do in the context of a conversation, of a podcast setting. That was it.
So true.
And people tried to interpret that or deliberately misinterpret that as that was his true opinion, and that is not true.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That's not true. Yeah,
I came away from it thinking very differently, but it seemed like he was trying to be overly charitable.
Let me get some of the other calls.
Maybe
I've got to air some dirty laundry
because I was actually in the conversation at the time, and maybe something was cut that would make it more obvious. But I can tell you with 100% certainty, I swear on my life, that was not his genuine opinion, and it shouldn't be interpreted as such.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So good. I'm glad we got some other side on that. All right.
I don't know if you want to kick me from the call yet and bring some other people.
I'll take some. You guys want to stay? If you guys want to stay in, I'll take calls. But let me talk to them, and if they ask you questions,
quickly before you do that, Clown, when is Baited coming back?
Oh, shut
It's
up,
never coming
you
back.
asshole!
It's
Never coming back. Never.
I mean, Tommy and Keem are on the outs at the moment anyway, so from that perspective,
I'm not working for him. You'd have to control the money.
Keem reached out to him after he fired him from lolcow, and he goes, "Calm down, we're still doing Baited."
There is a strong part of me that really wants to do Baited again, but is it worth the headache? Is it worth dealing with all that shit?
You know what? If I could go on, if I could go,
people that I'm currently doing a podcast with.
If I could go,
if I do it, I would want to be in total control of the money. So
give him that would have to happen. Yeah.
I don't want Keemstar to make more money than me this time. So, is Keemstar ever going to agree to that?
No.
So it's just like, for all these reasons, and there are many, many multiple. I don't think it's ever going to happen.
No offense, I want to see him fire you guys and bring back Chad and Andy again. I think that would be the funniest possible thing that can happen, is if he fires you guys a second time.
It'd be funny.
It's like, history is a flat circle. History repeats itself.
Yeah, you know what? That's the only way I do it, is if you were my boss and not him, and I could come on and just cut it and go. That's the only way.
I've been handling all the money to be honest. Everyone gets paid on the same day.
That's the only way I'd ever dream of doing it, is if he was not my boss, because that's never happening again.
It's not that I don't trust Keemstar not to pay.
Really? Are you sure about that?
Well, no. I mean,
he didn't pay me. He didn't give me my last Baited check either.
Think about it. I would make a big stink about it, and then therefore I would get paid. But I just don't want that hassle of going through all that. That's what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he would pay. So he would definitely pay me, as if I fucking turn the internet on him. Yeah, I know. I can relate. Yeah. Yeah, all right.
But Baited was fun. I kind of miss it. I miss the old days of.
It was fun, and the last one we did killed. Yeah. The last one we did absolutely killed, which is terrible, and it just shows the potential of the fucking thing, and it got cut off way too early.
But it's never going to happen.
No, it's
never
not.
Gonna happen.
It's not. No. Okay, we could add something to this call. Smaggle Daggle. Smaggle Daggle on the air.
Okay, I have to be honest, Tommy.
Holy shit.
Why are you fucking the content, first of all?
Why?
Telling Uncle Ben and Nicholas Studio to leave. That's kind of cringe, dude.
Why don't,
but second of all, honestly.
What?
You have the third guy right here. Willie's in the fucking chat.
All right, thanks for the call. All right, stay tuned to the Smaggle
Does that
Pod.
guy have like 2 tongues in his mouth or something?
You can replace Keemstar with that guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Replace Keem with that guy. That would be better baited. Okay.
right.
Smaggle.
Like listening to the conversation of a lizard. Forked fucking tongue.
Hang
What does he
sight.
say?
Do you have a clip of that?
You're a black. Are you offended by Nerd City?
I would take Nerd City under my wing if I have to. I
Yeah.
can teach him the right way.
Right way.
So.
You think he'd be okay around skinnies?
One thing I will say though, Nerd City's the type of dude that would maul out the getting a paper cut, bro. Like he is the type of sensitive motherfucker that has never existed before in his internet.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the sad thing is I really respect him as a creator. I do. I mean, he's gifted. I don't know about writing so much, but I mean, as far as
Really
like,
gifted
editing,
in hyperbole.
yeah,
That's his big.
Nah, he's really good. It's just like when he's doing YouTube stuff, when it's the drama stuff he sucks at. He's really bad.
Got
at
many fine qualities. He's obviously intelligent.
Yeah. Oh, he's super smart. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and very good editing, and all stuff like that. And he can make a very entertaining video.
Yeah.
And he knows how to work the algorithm too. You know, that's how good he is.
Yeah, he knows how to work all that shit. I mean, he used to talk about it all the time. He said that if PewDiePie or what do you say? Who was the other guy? Quobocop start talking about algorithm, he just shuts up and listens. You know, that he really understood. I mean, apparently, like from what I understand, according to him, and this is shocking, Quobocop's like mega smart too. You know, and he knows shit like up, down, and backwards, even though he plays a complete moron on YouTube. So I mean,
he's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. He just needs to stop listening to fucking Reddit spurgs and just relax and just take it all as a joke and just play it off as a joke if he needs to.
This reminds
And
me
just,
of
like,
something.
Billy Mack, everybody.
You pulling me into a call 2 years ago and being like, "Nerd's really upset." I'm like, "Yeah, the guy's mad butthurt," and you were like, "No, I think this was something you did." It's like fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I'm loving it. I remember getting kicked out of a group.
Wait a minute, Willie.
Yep.
Nerd got butthurt about something you did? I don't know about that.
Yeah. Remember the whole VidCon fiasco? Oh
No.
my god, it was the dumbest shit ever.
Remind
bro.
me.
It was literally like all I said, dude. This is like the dumbest shit to ever happen that I did in YouTube.
Yeah.
It was a VidCon, and there was like a party, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Tommy." It surprised me how many times your name popped up. It was like a throwaway fucking comment to just talk about VidCon, right?
Okay.
And it turned into a thing where it's like you asked him about it, and then Nerd just went on this whole like tirade to everybody that I made up a whole fucking story about this fucking guy in VidCon because he said some like offhanded thing about Tommy.
At least 4 content
About me?
creators
About
have
me?
Said, but at least 4
this is
content
what got, like him
creators.
going into a call with you and Verse. See, you don't even remember because it's so fucking stupid.
I seem to remember getting in a call with Tommy, and we had a conversation with Nerd, and we like squashed shit.
Yeah, we were good, and then
when you guys were drinking on your porch, I remember that one.
Yeah.
No, but dude, I've heard from at least 4 different people that this guy has mentioned me negatively at like IRL events completely unprompted. Like, why the fuck are you friends with Nick Dior? Like, that's a huge piece of shit. That was a while ago. I mean, but I just want to reference that because you're talking about this. It's Willie. It's the same fucking thing.
Thanks for the call, Hanks. I appreciate it. Talk to you later.
Very
Right.
fair question.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We got the whole goddamn family here. All right, let's see. Who's next, Jeannie? I'll pull him into this.
Jay Herbert's side. It's been there like since the beginning.
Jay Herbert?
You want me to pull him in?
No, I got it.
Or...
Jay Herbert on the air with all of the YouTube commentary. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I was about to say, you got it going on over here,
Yeah, I guess so.
Tommy. Huh?
What's going on,
God
man? You
damn.
tell me. What's on your mind?
Dude, this guy, I got to be honest with you, Clown. He honestly sounds like he's off his head. I think Tommy might have a point there.
I'm saying it like a hype.
Because as I've said, like he's not mentally ill. Obviously,
No.
What people are saying have gotten to him. Yes, of course. Yeah.
You don't know how a person is going to react in their first real YouTube drama.
Yeah,
you just don't know. You don't know, and you never know. And this is his first real one.
But it's almost like he brought it on himself too.
He did.
Like that's what it sounds like to me. It's like just I don't know why he doesn't just.
He needs to stop interacting with these people, and he needs to pay it no mind and just not be offended and not take it to heart. And just move
You should
on.
keep going, dude. It's
and
working.
laugh at these people. That's what I've recommended for the last several months.
The problem is not everyone can do that.
Yep.
No.
Exactly, Nick. Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Herbert?
He's my friend. I wish he could.
I do.
For the betterment of the podcast, for the betterment of the friendship, because obviously there is like.
Yeah, I know you guys love it.
So I hope he does. If he does or he doesn't, I don't know. As far as the podcast goes, I don't think it can work in this way because he's just going to keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think he needs a break from the internet.
You know, you say he's not mentally ill, and then you say he's going to keep doing what he can't do, and he can't help it and stop. That's like the
Right.
definition of mental illness.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's doing the same thing over and over again. And
Yeah, and expect that literally is it. And that's why I'm legitimately, like, I know, look, when people say get help, it's usually, like, insincere, and it's really an ad hominem in a way. I'm, like, wondering, like...
Well, that's what I'm thinking, Tommy, because, like, it's just... It really is as simple as, like, you can have a mental lapse sometimes. Like,
And then again, in fairness...
You can have all your shit together, and then
but
some
in
days
fairness,
you have a bad day.
he's been showing signs of this for years, right? And in
Yes.
fairness, Clown can't say my fucking podcast host is mentally ill. That's a fucking mean thing to say, even if it's true.
Ban people over cats.
He would.
If I thought it were true, I just
He
generally
Really?
don't believe
I think it
that
might
is true.
be.
He called Pyro pedo cynical. I think he'd say his co-host is mentally ill.
Yeah. No, dude, like he bans people over cat. Like he really hates cats. I remember that was like one of the first things Tommy covered is he's banning people over
That was
cat
the
shit.
context to that. People were spamming cats, and he didn't like the spam, and he wanted like a proper conversation, which was ridiculous.
Exactly, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. You know what's ridiculous? Banning people over spamming cat
It's
pictures.
ridiculous. So he left the podcast for a while. He came back. I think it was Conniving who came in and gave this law. He came back and then started banning people, and we gave him free reign to do that. We said, let's try it your way, ban the people that you don't like, and
Made it worse.
Made
it worse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The better the Discord.
And you told them they'd go to Reddit, and they did.
He believes that the Discord is better. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think you can censorship. I don't think you can censor people for just about anything and ban the people.
I don't think you can talk about censoring everybody in your Discord and piss and moan about censorship on the internet. There's another problem.
He just created about 25 me's from 2018, basically, that are going to follow him around for the rest of his
career.
Yeah.
Like, you got to tell him, one of the things you got to tell him is some of this is permanent and it's not going away. Some of this is absolutely permanent. Look, I'm a lolcow fucking expert, right? Some of this is permanent and he's going to have to deal with that. If he can't deal with that, then that's it. This is permanent and it's not going away. And we're not going to run our lives about your feelings, you know? All right. Thanks for the call, Herbert. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's enough. Let's see. Who else is in there? Let's try to get a few people in to make their day.
Tonester.
Who?
Tonester's been in there for a while. Tonester 869.
Tonster, you're on the air with the entire commentary crew. You're on the air. Where are you? What do you got, Tonster?
Hello?
What do you got, man? You're on.
Okay, so I just think, as the first person that's probably called in, that'll admit they're a little more righty than most of your callers.
Yeah, sure.
I think he wasn't being transphobic at all.
You know,
Like people are so transphobic for fucking Mulan
yeah, but I
songs
honestly, I don't want to
nowadays.
get into. I don't want to go into. You start calling the people the F slur all the time, and you got that particular audience, and this has to do with it. Where the conversation whether he's not transphobic. I agree with you. All right, I think most people probably agree with you. If the conversation is
the
no,
last episode we did, this is where all the transphobia stems from, or the greater bulk of it, was because Nerd and myself primarily said that children, minors, should not get surgery just because they want it and their parents consent to it. That's all we said.
No, all right, yeah, but here's the thing. That's completely off track of my point. That's completely off.
Didn't want to. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, but Mike, that's completely off track of my point. He has a certain fucking fan base in there, and he's using the F slur like it's going out of style or some stuff, and that's going to cause the Nazi memes, the transphobia things, and all that stuff just because of the crowd. He's got to know that. He's got to know that.
Yeah, that's Pyro's fan base. They're very left-leaning and vertical.
Exactly.
He's not just getting Pyro's fan base because those r/YouTube drama people aren't drama fans. That's H Bomber Guy's community. They took over that whole subreddit. So he's dealing with like some really far left people as well who are going to have those opinions, even if he had like
Some
the
of this
ideal take.
is permanent.
But just for the record, it's got absolutely nothing to do with the word faggot and the use of the word.
Yes,
faggot.
I get all that. I get all that, but it's
gives a
still,
shit about that.
and I agree with that totally. But not everybody agrees with me on that. And then you got a bulk of jerks from Pyro side that get apoplectic over statements like
the
that.
jerks from Pyro side do not care about faggot.
Okay,
It's pretty fucking gay to get mad about faggot.
When Clown says that word, it sounds so proper, dude. I would never guess it's a slur.
This one sounds like he wants a cigarette.
We need to bring it back, I think.
Yeah. All right.
What they're getting upset about mostly.
All right, Toaster.
Transphobia stuff,
Toaster.
if it's even transphobic.
Yeah, Toaster. What were you going to finish up? I don't interrupted you, but go ahead. Is there anything else to say? I don't want to have a conversation about whether it's transphobic or not.
No, that's my bad. I just didn't get to really
No. It's not your bad. You have every right to bring it up, but I mean, it's just.
I would love to, but another day perhaps.
Okay. Have a good.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah.
Take care, bud. All right. Let's. Who's next? Who's next, sweetie?
Colt Leader Twiggy. Bleh.
Leader Twitty.
Colt Leader Twiggy. Bleh. He changed his name.
Twiggy. All right. Colt Leader Twiggy. You're on the air with everyone. Colt Leader, the moral fagging. Colt Leader Twiggy. 3, 2, 1, and who else?
Get out.
Who's next?
Leader.
Leader
Leader
with
the 3.
Leader on the air. Go ahead.
This is the guy for the Tonka Saw server 6 years ago.
Yeah, it is. Leader. Stay on topic. Don't talk about Tonka. Go ahead. Nobody wants to hear about that.
No. So he's a bit of a diva, isn't he? He acts like a celebrity almost. Don't talk about me badly, that sort of thing. But why isn't he engaged with his? Why doesn't he have a discussion with his mods? Why is there screenshots of him engaging? Getting into the weeds with the haters essentially. You've got a great point. I mean, why isn't he using his mod team to go forth and do this?
Because he's nuts.
He invited his mods from his DAP server over in. It didn't go down well, so I imagine that's the reason why, but I don't know.
Look, there's a big reason why Clown and Nerd said the same exact thing on a podcast, and only Nerd is getting shit for it publicly.
Jesus.
It's because he's responding. That's the only reason.
I mean, I'm getting shit as well from Pyro subreddit, but I literally just couldn't care less.
Yeah, but the amount of shit you're getting is not nearly the same.
Of course, because he's not doubling down on stupid.
After the trans episode dropped, I would have said it's around the same, but obviously since then, because he's been messaging in the Discord, you're right. Yeah, it's escalated from there. But if anything, they were probably going harder for me on the trans stuff.
Yeah.
Purely because I pressed Pyro on this issue, and he refused to answer the question.
Yeah, because he's worried about his own audience, a pussy.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Leader. I think
disagree with that.
Yeah. I agree with you, but shit. Well, he's kind of damned if he does. If he says it's he'll end up like Charlie if he says the right thing or the wrong thing, and then he'll end up like.
For me, it's a very simple yes or no answer. I don't think there's any no nuance.
You know what it is too. People love to fucking repeat positions that are popular and get clapped for. Nobody has the fucking balls to sit there and say, "Look, I don't believe kids should get operated on. I don't think they should have." And by the way, you're gonna throw me on the list as well.
Insane to think that.
Yeah, exactly. But no, you get this completely insane reaction because it's a popular, it's a popular thing to do. But when you say something like that, my point is this. You have to deal with the fallout. It's called holding a position. And holding a position means you might lose a sub, Pyro, or something like that. Or anybody for that matter. If you want to be, it's easy to go out and say, it's easy to go out and say, I'm for trans kids and just leave it at that. It's not easy to go out and say, there's certain parts of this situation that I don't agree with some nuance, So there you go. Fencing at its finest. Yeah, it is. Oh, Jesus, they put me over a K. Thanks so much. All right. What should we do now? God, I think we, well, if everybody wants to hear about this, and we'll keep pulling the people. Who's next?
Relly.
Relly, you're on the air with
hello. I'm zoning a shit, so I need to do this quick.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I got a few screenshots if you want.
For what?
Like Nerd City and a Merlin thing. level-headed diplomatic.
Let's see the
Do you know
dirt,
where?
dude. I'm in.
Here.
Let's see
Where do we
this shit.
just send it?
To me directly. Right here.
Okay, give
They're
me a
all
second.
also probably in the Google Doc I made.
These are relatively new. I think like today.
Nerd City bringing in
I
the
think some of them
Grand
are.
Wizard Merlin to
There's
to
one.
get the Discord in line.
Match. Let me see this shit. Let me put one on screen. Merlin. Here we go.
That's a fun.
Okay, Merlin.
Yeah.
I think we'll keep him for the day as pets at the wall. Correct pronouns, at least. Not a chance. So what am I looking at here? What's
like I think it's just like how he was supposed to be like, you know, the top dude, level-headed, not supposed to be like, you know, rude or anything. But then he's going ahead saying, calling someone I won't say on the stream, but a cigarette in British terms.
That's pretty funny. Cigarette.
Coward.
All right, I have gotten a few.
Yeah,
of these.
hey.
I'm not saying ideal.
Actual coward.
I'm not
No, I don't wanna get Tommy in
saying it's.
trouble.
Well, everybody else said it. What the fuck's the difference? I'm not saying it's ideal what you want, but getting rejected is not part of being what someone wants or doesn't want. What? And I think it's pure blind support of forcing affirmation by law, and self-suppression becomes gaslighting at some. This sounds like rambling. At some point, I'm worried about young people who aren't really sure how to live their best life, and who might just be gay, but who will get surrounded by a bubble of an ape. That's just his fucking opinions. I want something funny. And he's entitled to those opinions. For hypothetical,
Yeah, I don't really think that's that.
Yeah, picture.
I mean,
for hypothetical,
I'll give my 2 cents about Nerd is I think Nerd is really smart. Like, there's no denying that, and he's really respected in the YouTube community. But I thought he would know, like, don't give your enemies ammo. Like, if he's gonna keep going publicly.
Well, the thing
you
is,
should
he does know that because I knew him as a fucking optics guy to the extreme. Like, he was like on point with everything. I don't know what happened here. You know,
I don't think he can help himself. That's
He used to be able to.
I know,
When
like
he has to respond. He feels like there's a part in his brain that he just needs to respond. He feels like he can correct.
Oh, like a lolcow.
And that's a little bit of ego there. He thinks that he can convince hundreds, thousands of people who are completely 100% against him onto his side.
And then if not, they ban them.
No one can do that. They've already made their mind up.
Yeah, that's too funny.
Maybe you can convince one, two, if you've got enough oratorical prowess, perhaps.
So one of the things
not the thousands that are like
one of the
not
things that
voting
happened in the
freedom.
past was so he released that video to tons of acclaim, the one where he's talking about how the word restaurant would get your video demonetized. And he locks in on the fact that Bo Blacks was destroying his reputation because he put out a tweet that got like 100 likes saying there's no way restaurant gets your video demonetized. What the fuck is Nerd talking about? So instead of just reveling in the fact that he had like a 1 out of 10 video that was blowing up, he sat there for like 3 hours running all of his numbers again and spamming Bo Blacks with tweets. And that's to this day the reason why he hates Josh. Because he couldn't just remove himself from that situation and ignore the one idiot on Twitter arguing with him, and instead locked in on it.
You know,
He's
you guys
you
are
wasted
explaining-
my valuable time. I knew my numbers were right. I had to check them again. It's
He should just be an editor. He is not. Like, all you guys have put an argument is he's not fit for like talk shows.
He should just not do the Discords and the Reddits.
I just think he needs a break. Like, just
he
for
should just
himself.
be on the stream and fucking
He
make
should
the
make
video.
make videos. That's all he should do. But I think it's
Yeah,
drama.
actually needs to take a month
I
break.
think he's capable of everything. Just choose not to respond to certain people.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the capable thing ends. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If he can't choose that, it's still a way that he could be successful. But if he really can't help himself, then it's the Discords, it's the Reddits, it's the Twitters. It's just make your shit. You know?
I have faith that one day he will be able to help himself and have enough self-control. There's always that hope, but right now, no, he can't do that.
Thanks, Riley. I appreciate your call.
Well, and you think it'll be something that, like, in a month goes by, you guys just think is funny, like, and he thinks is funny?
No.
He's been calling out this podcast
memes
since
aside.
June.
I wish, but no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Somebody said in the chat, "Clown make videos."
I make them. It's on a channel, but you'll never find it.
Do you really?
No, you don't. You're so full of
No
shit.
way. You're fucking full of shit.
Yeah, Willie, he's been calling.
Worst guy ever.
Willie, he's been calling out the fucking podcast and the Discord server since June.
Jesus
Christ.
I know, but just you
It's
showing
been
me
2
this
months
one
already.
comment, it's like saying that I'm calling out the YouTube drama Reddit. It's like
Oh,
it's
no,
just
no, no,
one
no, no,
tweet,
no.
but
It's
this
not
is a
one.
message.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's
two.
not.
Okay.
No, it's not.
It's like 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, bro. Whatever. You get the point.
If you want to drag someone up, Tommy, I recommend Berry Nose. He's a mod in my Colossal is Crazy server.
Okay, I'll put him in. Barry knows. Where is he?
Berry Nose.
It's like 8 messages.
Second to
dude.
last.
This is
Okay.
8 screenshots.
I only stopped because he told me, not because I didn't have more.
Barry knows you're on the air with the whole crew, and then some. Barry?
Oh, give me a second. I'm sorry.
Oh, ew! It's a girl.
Ew, it's a girl.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think that any of that should have been public at all. I think that was very emotionally immature, in my opinion. He didn't take it to y'all and Clown and Dolan and Pyro at all. If he had a grievance, he should have told y'all. He shouldn't have had to made it a public display and, included all of us in it. I know I was quite uncomfortable with it because I didn't feel like I should have been privy to it. But he can't tone police spaces that he's not even in, or that are outside the Discord. Yeah, Pyro can get mods, which I assume he has mods for the Reddit because he's such a big creator that he can't do everything all at once.
Bottom line, he's got.
way Pyro can control that autistic.
Yeah, not even that. And you know what? Maybe like you control your. I really get irritated when creators talk about control. You know what? You don't control shit because you're not in charge of shit. You're not in charge of what people can and can't fucking say. So you have a choice to make. You let people say terrible things and deal with it and take their money in your guys' case, or shut the fuck or quit. Quit.
I I completely agree. I completely agree.
There's no other way to look at it. Quit, and that's fine, or just like otherwise. No wonder they call him Mussolini now, and they make Hitler jokes about him. Yeah, I get that. That hyperbole is funny. God damn. Anything else Barry knows? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say in the terms of Clown, both him and Nerd share the same opinion. It's just not to be a butt kiss or anything, but I think Clown can take stuff better on the chin and has a thicker skin than Nerd City does, because with coming with controversial opinions, or what is deemed controversial opinions, you have to have emotional maturity and the backbone to deal with any type of opposition. Nerd City doesn't have that. I was a fan of Nerd City before I was a fan of Clown. I watched Nerd City's videos of like Daddy 05 and whatever, and I'm fairly disappointed in the way that he's acting. I'd expect more.
I don't. I've known him for years. I've known him for years. He's been doing this.
As a viewer.
He's been doing this for years. Yeah, I know. I understand. I'm sorry, but he's been doing this for years, and it just got worse because of what Nick said. This is the biggest drama he's ever been in. But before it was just drama on this channel. That's it, and that's not that. It's not that bad. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Thank you very much. Appreciate your call.
Bye-bye.
Like, sub, and share. Who else is next?
Bailey.
If we have too many calls that are kind of circular, I think maybe we should, maybe do one and dones. Bailey. How come it's not in alphabeutical order? Oh, no, right in front. Bailey, you're on the air. Let's go. Yeah, because we're getting a little circular here. Go ahead.
Okay. So there's only one point I want to bring up. So with his obsession with the TBH server, it's like, how do I explain this? He will go and search up his name and respond to something that's like from 2 days ago, and go through like a whole paragraph of it about like how oh, this is retarded or whatever. He'll just respond to it, and out of all of the posts, he's like the most active. I go to sleep, wake up, he's still on there responding to people.
That's weird. Does he have a girlfriend still?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
She's in the Discord too, Tommy.
Okay.
It's a new relationship.
He's probably the moderator.
Is that the same girl? Is that the same girl that he was with years ago?
I don't want to talk about his personal life too much, but he has a girlfriend. He lives with his girlfriend.
And that's not the one that was in the videos? I just.
Yeah, no, that's the one in the video.
Videos. Yeah. Boy, you figured I don't know. If I started acting like, well, I don't know. I started acting like it was affecting me. I'm sure I would get a little bit of a lecture. You know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. All right, well, whatever. It's not my business.
And
go ahead.
Sorry.
No,
and he.
Your turn, sweetie.
Sorry.
It's me.
Mm-hmm. He will.
Forgot what you said.
Continually. Yeah, I did. Sorry.
It's okay. Next caller, though. Bye. I don't know. We're kind of getting a little circular with this, right?
You can bring up Floppy Raptor. That's another one of my Discord moderators. They're all fucking showing up today.
Yeah, Floppy.
So, Clown, what is like the solution for this though? Like, how do you guys get past this? Because honestly, this is kind of like silly.
He's got to go to clown court.
He's got to do a fucking call with me, Pyro, and Dolan.
I was telling
but he's
that.
refusing to do that call right now. I want a
solution?
kind of solution. I don't need any kind of apology. Pyro doesn't need any apologies. That's all nonsense.
Yeah.
We would like a solution. We would like to know what he wants to do.
Mm.
Does he want to continue doing the podcast? We don't know. Does he want to continue doing the podcast without Pyro? We don't know. Does he want to just leave it entirely? We don't know. We don't know any of these answers.
I would like to do the podcast continuing melting down and arguing with everybody. We going to take that deal?
Well, like, surely the solution is just he leaves the Discord, right?
Well, they tried that, Matt, Willie.
Oh,
well, we didn't
Yeah.
kick him. He left of his own volition.
It didn't work.
I see no signs of him leaving of his own volition this time. He believes that the server is better under his moderation. So I don't think he's going to leave.
The lunatics now run the
But
asylum.
aren't you a little concerned? I mean, he's cutting people that are mentioning, like not the people that are trolling him. He's cutting people mentioning that you're cutting people for trolling you. That's next level. Like, I don't know how you can keep somebody like that and count on people to sign up just because they bitched once or twice, they'd be kicked off.
I am not going to ban anyone who posts a fucking DAP NFT meme. About
But he will. But he will.
Doing it, yeah. But the grievance he had before was that we were not banning someone for posting those memes. And I see them as jokes. I don't think that they should be taken too seriously. So we weren't doing it. So he came to the server and he started doing that himself.
Floppy Raptor, you're on the air.
Are his NFTs discounted right now?
Let Flop.
Maybe I could grab
Yeah,
one.
they're discounted. I paid $200. You can get one for $20 right now.
Floppy, go ahead.
So Nerd seems very sort of reactionary. Sort of he'll want to react and not talk things through, and then he gets himself worked up and he'll just sort of flat out leave, because he was in the Colossal server, and when all this like previous shit was going on, someone added him in Colossal server, and then he just kind of sort of name searched himself and then just absolutely had a meltdown.
Yeah, he's
and
a chronic name searcher. I think that's pretty clear.
With just sort of ranted and then just left, and it's like, well, talk about it, you know?
Yeah, he's actively searching out things to get upset about and then getting upset about them and letting everyone know exactly what made him upset so they know how to do better in the future and make him more upset.
Yeah, like I agree with people previously. Like he's too online. He needs to sort of take a break and sort of
That's done too.
get well and come back.
I think he needs to shut up and do the podcast and stay off the internet and stop searching his name. And if he can't do that, he needs to go.
To reiterate, the thing that he gets most pissed off about are when things are taken out of context. There's
Tough
misinformation
shit public figure. Tough shit public figure. Grow
That's
up
also
public
at the whim
figure.
of what he thinks is taken out of
Yeah,
context,
exactly.
which that from his charity.
Well, look, Nick, I am sure there's situations when you get this big lolcowism, there's stuff that people are just making up to fucking get a reaction, or things are getting twisted. I'm absolutely sure there's a lot of stuff in there. Tough shit public figure. You want to be a public figure or not?
He also blocked Willie for fucking 3 years because he made fun of his Lele Pons video.
Which was awful, where he accused Lele Pons of being predatory on children for peddling CP because she played a girl that was 16 that has a fantasy about her older teacher.
I don't know if that's I think you're giving him a little room there on that one. He said it was a softcore porn about statutory rape. That was the quote. Okay, let's use quotes.
Yeah, I mean that's nuts. I mean
that's whatever. Listen,
all right. Dr. Disrespect has the mustache rides, and Lele has the softcore porn with statutory rape. Just to be clear.
Yeah, the only
all that aside, though, Clown, you know that when you get involved in online, especially YouTube drama, you're going to have people that make up stuff about you. Like, you think when I got into it with the Sans
Absolutely.
community, I
No,
didn't have
I
so much
agree.
shit.
I agree.
No.
I think
You know?
his argument is that it's because it's in his own server. That
Right,
he wants to have more control over it, and he's got to see it daily. And
It's going to be, and you know what? That's tough shit public figure. It is.
I mean, yeah, there's a certain
That
level
is
of
worse,
agreement
though, I
there.
kinda agree.
I suppose when it's your own server, there's a different context to be added to it. But overall,
Because all you can say is that's not fair. And you know what? You'd be right. Tough shit public figure.
Okay, Tommy, let me put a hypothetical situation
Sure.
out there for you.
Sure.
Say you've got your own shot from the point server here,
Yeah.
and someone is here in your server spamming you're a pedophile, and they're trying to convince others that you're a pedophile in the server. Do you kick them?
Yes, of course. That's
Okay, there you
true.
go.
But I also kick that guy quality. I don't make it a federal case. I don't fucking freak out online. And by the way, I think that happened last week.
Yeah, the problem with Nerd City is it's not that he's banning someone for calling him a pedophile. He'll debate him for 5 minutes in replies and then ban him for calling him a pedophile. Like, you have absolutely no evidence to provide that I am a pedophile. Like,
Yeah.
right, just-
That's fucking funny. And then it gets funny. And then, like, that's when people like start laughing. He doesn't understand why we're laughing. It's not true. Well, we're not laughing because it is. You know, I mean, he can't get that. It's utterly amazing.
On the other side of the argument, he has been banning people for the most ridiculous reasons.
And which adds to people going in there and saying he's a pedophile for no reason because it's fucking funny. That's him.
Yeah, to be fair, nobody has been calling him a pedophile in the fucking.
It was a hypothetical, but it was a hypothetical, but it still brought in all the other shit, whether he's called a pedophile or not. It's brought in all the other shit that he hates, and he would never ever cop to that. I guarantee you. No, one thing has nothing to do with the other, and it clearly does.
The worst thing I saw was somebody making a joke saying, read between the lines. Dolan is trying to tell everyone that you need to find and kill Nerd City in real. That was the worst comment I saw.
Fucking funny. I mean, it's so off the wall.
But even then, it's obviously a joke. Like, he's saying that Dolan's saying it. Dolan's obviously not telling people to go fucking Sam Hyde Nerd City.
No, there are obvious jokes in there that he's banning people for, and that's bad.
Like, what does he think? Like, what does he think your podcast is? Like, you guys are a bunch of YouTubers. You have an edgy audience. It's wacky people are attracted to folks like us. Like, and he wants to have some kind of nuanced conversation on YouTube drama. Get the fuck out of here! Like that's insane. This is why I do think it's probably a tangential illness.
Not just a bunch of YouTubers. You guys are a bunch of like shitter YouTubers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's like me going into a classical, classical music Reddit and start talking about Limp Bizkit. I mean, what the fuck's the matter with you? You know what's gonna happen, you know.
Yeah, again, at the end of the day, just take it on the chin. Don't take it too seriously. Laugh at those people that are making ridiculous claims about you. That's what everyone else does on the podcast. Pyro, even. We're sat in a call. We're laughing at these Redditors. We think they're ridiculous. You know, we think they're just fat and autistic.
Yeah.
And we just spend the time laughing at them. Gives us content to laugh at.
I just don't get it. I just don't understand.
I feel like that's something that Nerd City needs to learn to do. If you can learn to do that.
If you can.
I think you can.
I guarantee he takes this whole fucking thing criticism as some kind of fucking conspiracy to get him canceled. Guarantee it. I guarantee my name gets thrown in there and everything else. And that tells me he's nuts.
I mean, he may claim later that I came on your show and I've made
course.
matters worse.
Guaranteed.
Contributing to the enemy in an exposed video against Nerd City.
The enemy. I'm not his fucking enemy. Like, what a fucking asshole.
I think he'll get over it. I mean, it's just
I don't.
stupid.
Okay, buddy.
You know, I don't. And I'll tell you why. Because you know what? We saw a microcosm of this when he went after Verse for no fucking reason. Nothing's changed. He's learned nothing. He doesn't take, according to Clown, he doesn't take anybody's advice. There you go.
By the way, Clown, I do want to make sure I'm getting his fucking perspective here, and I'm not going to get it from him. So I if you can watch the clip again of the Dr. Disrespect, I can send you a timestamp and let me know. Because I think the quote was, I'm worried that that's it. I'm worried that that's true. And then he goes into the whole, there's a dear person working there, the Kai Cenat black people thing, move the blacks in, move the whites out. He qualifies that as, I'm worried, I need to see the messages to rule that out because X.
Well, I mean,
the clip, obviously, but I was a part of that conversation. I promise you, he was playing devil's advocate.
He was playing it in the beginning, but when he transitions it to, I'm worried, this is my feeling, then I'm a little bit more concerned.
You're not always 100% in control of your sentence structure on a podcast, you know. So
I don't know.
So, Clown,
so
is
maybe
it-
he
is
should
it-
have rephrased that better to make it more obvious what
Because
he meant. And what he was
yeah,
attempting to do.
because
I
the
don't
email
know.
didn't mention anything about the deer girl. That was introduced by him. You know, like that was that
Deer
didn't
Girl,
come up
that
in
was
this
like
drama.
5 years ago too, right?
Yeah, the deer girl thing was all him.
That was a long time
The
ago.
percentage he uses was like 90% sure that Dr. Disrespect was guilty of all the charges levied against him, and then 10% not sure.
Okay.
I could be speaking out. I mean, I get that. People go after me like over that too. I'm just kind of like a brainstorming live, and then it becomes.
You
a-
said it with Boogie when I think it was the most fucking obvious shit in the world.
What? What would I
And he
do?
fakes cancer, but you still left that 5% gap where he could be telling the truth.
Yeah, I did. Exactly, I did that. Exactly. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I did that 100%. Yeah,
Clown,
100%.
I got a question, and sorry if you've gone over this before, but is he taking like what the other host, how you guys have handled this, like as a personal attack too, or is it just purely with the fans?
Oh no, it's with us as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
He thinks because we're not moderating the things other people are saying about him, even though I have no control over Pyrocynical's fucking
I just,
subreddit.
there's some part of me.
That we are culpable and we are guilty and we are working with the enemy and we're just allowing a friend.
Did you
to
say
go
that
through
word
all
for
the
word?
shit
You're
without
working with the
No,
enemy?
he called them cowards.
Cowards.
Tommy?
No, I specifically got to know that. Did he say
Clown, Pyro, and Doro are cowards for not being pussies. You know, jeez. What do you say, Jeannie?
Check DMs right now. So apparently, like Nerd City's still talking shit like as of like live
As of right
we're
now.
speaking right. And so I just sent you something he just sent.
Of course, let's see. Nerd, are you watching Tommy's lives? Of course not. I'll download it later and I'll deal with him through he's scum. Yeah. Good luck with that. And let's put out there that he actually threatened to hurt me in some way. I guess on
There's
YouTube.
this as well, but
You'll deal with him later. What are you going to deal with?
When he typed that, I was like, someone's going to send this to Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy's going to do a whole stream. He's going to I don't even know what nerd meant by that, but
Yeah.
Tommy can speculate whatever he likes about that, and that's not going to reflect well on you. He's very fucking stupid in many ways for typing this shit and continuing to type it.
Clown.
He just needs to shut
Clown.
the fuck up.
Stop it. He's sick. You're being ridiculous. You're getting ridiculous. He's sick.
I don't genuinely believe he's mentally
Well,
ill.
I don't know how you wouldn't at this point because now he's threatening me. What are you going to deal with? You come over and kick my ass? Come on. He's mentally ill. The fuck out of it. He's threatened me before. He's forgiven me and then was cool with me and then he wasn't. And then he argues with everybody and he yells. There's something fucking wrong. How the fuck is he going to deal with me? He's blocked me on fucking everything.
Do you have a clip of that?
And how else would he deal with it? You know?
He's in a really bad fucking headspace and he does.
Hey, nerd, if you do something about me and I lose my channel, you're fucked. I got it. That's because that's how the internet works. But I've noticed you've forgotten how it works. You're fucked. I'll get it back and you'll be fucked for the censorship coward that you are. That's what's going to happen, nerd.
It's definitely unhinged to type that.
Yes, and if you repeatedly do something unhinged, you're mentally ill. I think you guys. I mean, I'm serious for a second. You should maybe take a different angle with this, and not just to hope it goes away. But maybe he needs some kind of intervention. And I'm not even like trying to be a jerk. I don't want him to fail. I don't want something bad to happen to him. I don't want him to be kicked off the podcast. I want him to go on. But there's nothing in the last 7 years that convinces me this will be any other way. He's been completely unhinged with me and Nick. He was completely unhinged with Reverse years ago. He's double, triple down. He's nuts. He's fucking nuts. And it's not hard. I mean, this is not like, oh, it's tinfoil Tommy. It's just nuts.
I'm fucking crying, man.
I'm not even trying to be funny. It's just nuts.
So
Oh, God. All right. Flappy Raptor, anything else to say?
No, just 20 minutes and thanks for having me.
All right, take care. Sorry about everything.
Tommy, can we bring Leech in, please?
Oh,
please.
Leech, what do you got? Leech?
What's up? Yeah, hello. Good evening.
Mm.
Clown.
Yeah.
When you said the word autistic and fat in one sentence, I know that was my calling card because that is literally my description. And I have to say one thing: I might be autistic and I might be unhinged, autistic and fat, but I'm not as unhinged as Nerd City is.
Yes, he is.
Those two things don't
you're
go
fat, so that's even worse. Goodbye.
Anything else, Leech?
Nope.
All right. Have a good day, my German friend. Auf Wiedersehen. It's too funny.
Fucking Frankfurt in there.
Fucking threaten me.
Crowd
What you wouldn't do it to my face? God, jerk off. I'll deal with him later. God. I mean, at what point?
I literally don't even know what he meant by that.
What? I don't know. I don't know what he meant. I might find out. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll still have Discord.
He's put a hit out on you, Tommy. They're coming down. They're coming down Germany way.
What a fucking idiot. Get right, dude. Seriously. Get right. Oh, God. See, I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but I tell you something. I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but it's probably, at this point, it's probably the only thing that could keep him from doing damage.
The fact that you
He has, let's be honest, we all know he has connections at the Wazoo. You jerk off. Can't take criticism. Get the fuck out of the game, you pussy. Pussy. I'm going to hang out with a bunch of right-wing wackos and fucking, and then get upset with everybody that points it out. Fucking asshole.
Who's he hanging out with?
I don't know, some guy that was pretty neutral that thought these, like you know me, everybody, this is not like a destiny. Anybody who votes for Trump's a Nazi, or whatever his new fucking kick is. I'm not one of those guys. But this guy called in and seemed pretty fucking neutral and said, yeah, these guys that he's running with are like far-right wackos. This wappy server.
Merlin.
Yes, like legitimate ones. Not like I voted for Trump and you obviously are pro-rape. That type. They're like legit right-wing wackos.
I don't know how true that is.
Well, that's what one guy called. He seemed pretty fucking on to me. And considering some of the stuff he said, you almost have to wonder: did he swallow the whole bottle of red pills?
Was that conniving who said that?
I don't know.
Who said that?
Well, it was conniving. Maybe it was. Why? Was conniving have bad credibility?
No. No, I think he's just very left-leaning. So anything that's like,
well, he did. He was doing. If you listen to the call, he's doing everything. Everything not to be that guy. That if he voted for Trump, you're a Nazi type thing. He was.
I don't think that's the case at all, honestly. But I haven't been in this DAP Discord for ages. So
look, I have no problem with right-wing discords. Believe me, I'm a right-wing guy. I'm on the surface a right-wing guy. I've never claimed to be anything other than that, right? And I'm not a political YouTuber, but that's the way I feel about it. That's what I think good government is. That's it. So, and I also don't appreciate anybody who disagrees with the modern left is somehow should be silenced or labeled some kind of degenerate. With a deplorable or something like that. But I mean, I know there's those areas exist, and he's gotten wacky. Sometimes wackos head to left-wing wackiness, and sometimes they head to right-wing wackiness. So
I mean, I need to see more from Discord to see.
Oh, me too. But I'm starting to wonder. And I do think this is some kind of mental illness, and that's not me calling him names. This is wacky. And I can hear Sosa saying, you said that last time. No, that's an inside joke for Sosa. All right, let's get, who's next?
Hire me, Pyro.
What? Hire me, Pyro? Hire me, Pyro, you're on the air.
Yummers.
All right, what do you want?
Hey, how you doing?
Great.
Just want to say it's not being cool with such great people, but I just want to give my thoughts on Nerd City because I do think he's definitely a guy. I think he's not a bad guy at all. He just take things way too seriously. I think
I didn't say he's a bad person.
I don't think he's a bad person. He just needs to understand the fact it's embrace it, or try to just forget about it because he gets too hung up on the Pyro sub and you shouldn't take people on the Pyro subreddit because they're all fucking stupid cunts,
Yeah, I gotcha. All right, man. Thanks for the call. I think what we're gonna do.
Regurgitated what everyone else
Yeah.
said.
Look. I don't look. These guys wait. No. Hold on. These guys wait a long time. They come in the thing, and somebody might have already said what they said. So I feel a little sympathetic. But here's what we're gonna do, folks. We're gonna do one and done. You get to say one thing, and here's how it works. It's called lightning round or whatever. I pull you in.
Rapid fire.
I rapid fire. Yeah, whatever it is. I like lightning round better. All right. You say one thing, and that's it. If I reply to you, then you're to reply to me. But after that, it's it. So now's your time to drop the N-bomb, I guess. I don't fucking know. JFA, rapid fire on the air. Go, lightning round. Go! And you only have a few seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Goodbye.
Yes. Okay, that's the way it works. Bot's name, you're on the air. Rapid fire. Go. 3,
Muted.
2, 1. That's what you do. Just keep going. Butster, rapid fire on the air. Go.
I'm the assassin Nerd City is sent to deal with you, Tommy.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
You will be dealt with later.
Okay, thanks. Jerk off. He has no idea how stupid he is. Inferno, rapid fire on the air. Go.
Clown is a coward cock.
Yes, I agree. Two-step cowboy, you're on the air. Rapid fire. Go.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Bye. Zombie kill. Rapid fire. You're on the air. Go.
Pyro's the people that were trolling Nerd City, by the way, that were trying to get under his skin and going over like every social media like outlet that he had and messing with him. Those guys are just as unhinged as Nerd City, if not worse. I went into their Splinter servers that they create numerous amounts of times, and I sent like 4 gift towers, and they threatened to dox me over
All right.
Do not talk to those guys.
Fair enough. We got that out there. Fair enough, Nerd. So we had somebody supported Word City.
Guy looks exactly like Kavos, by the way.
Yes, he does.
Good picture.
Lunar
Hey,
Parks,
what's happening,
rapid fire, go.
So, do you think part of the reason why you and Clown won't work on anything in the future has anything to do with your sub count?
No, fuck off.
What?
It's kind of a lousy thing to say about
guy.
Clown. So Clown's been nothing but nice to me. Subbucks, go.
Dappy went mint.
Okay. Mr. Roberts, you're on air. Go.
Oh my gosh, I'm on the call. Okay, hello. I'm gonna give my my quick metaphysical take. Obviously, the oldest human condition is being. Let me mute the live. Is being if obviously people want a sense of they want to be understood. I'm gonna guess from the perception of Nerd City, he can't. It's really hard for him to justify why he shouldn't reply. I'm sure Colossal's already trying to do this with him, or maybe someone has. But you're trying to. It might not be so obvious to him why. Like, how can you justify?
Yeah, but how many times can he explain it to him when you get to the point? You know, like, I speak perfect English, and get this, Clown speaks better English than me, and you can't get through to him. Then there's some kind of mental block
No, that's
there,
true.
isn't it?
That's true.
You know,
that's I understand that difficulty, and it's that's upsetting, obviously.
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on your wavelength, guy. I'm worried about him, honestly, like sincerely. I mean, get pissed off when he says threatens me, but that's just my New Jersey coming out. You threaten me, I'll threaten you back. But I mean, like, if there is a part of me that actually cares. You know, I mean, he was one of the only, like, when people like shitting on me and stuff like that, Nerd City was like there. He wasn't even like big, and he used to be in the chat all the time. So it was always really weird. And you can ask Nick about this. I've never felt super comfortable about the way it ended between me and him. And then I thought it got better. And I worry. It's nuts. That's not normal behavior. Not online, not anywhere.
Tommy, I've got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Say you were me, you were in my clown shoes. Okay?
Throw him out. I've thrown him out yesterday.
You're a really handsome guy, well spoken, etc., etc.
Yeah.
More talented. So you're me. What do you do in my situation?
First of all, I would get laid a lot more often. I'd bang every one of these fucking fans every chance I got. If I looked like you, I would be showing them that clown cock. That's what I'd be doing. But I'd also fire Nerd City. I couldn't tolerate.
You would fire him from the podcast.
No, probably not right away. Probably not right away. But I couldn't tolerate what you're dealing with. I couldn't do it. I mean, and I dealt with Boogie and Wings for a year. You know. I couldn't tolerate that. I think he's a look. I hate to say this because I know YouTube fans hate to hear this, but the idea behind a commercial project like TBH is to make money, and he's standing in the way of that, and that would get him clipped like that. There you go.
So you think it would be better? It would be for his betterment, and I'd be doing him a favor.
No, I don't think you do. No, he needs help.
Let me finish the question. By physically stopping him from interacting with other people on this Discord, that's the only place where I can do it, and from the podcast entirely, just for his own good.
I'd say yes. Just like lay him off for a bit.
I guess you could,
Well, I mean-
look. You could try anything, and I hope it works, and I'm wrong. But it's just something tells me if you ban him from anything related to TBH, that he would be bitching about something else, or it would cause some kind of problem, or he would make some problem somewhere else. I don't see this going away. I mean, listen, he's hearing right now. He's in there. He's in the TBH Discord right now, threatening me. Like that's completely irrational. We've reached we've gotten past the point of I'm sorry, you can't rationalize something that's irrational, and that's what you're trying to do. Everybody's trying to rationalize. Go ahead, Mr.
I'm
Roberts.
definitely not trying to rationalize what he's saying. I'm saying, how do I sort this physically?
Really? You want to tell us? All right. I'll give it. I was. All right. I'll give you the Irish. I'll give you the Irish Catholic way. I'll give you the.
I tried to arrange calls with him.
You want to try the Irish Catholic way?
Everything has failed. So now is what's left.
All right. I'm going to give you the Irish American Catholic way, or else. There you go.
I think.
So stop saying this. Stop typing this. Or else.
Or else. Because nothing else has worked. If you all right, get to the point where you feel nothing else has worked, and then or else.
Okay, what is that something that say this is we were still doing baited, and I was doing everything that Nerd City was doing, and I was typing, and we're very good friends or whatever. What do you say to me in this situation? What do you do to me?
I would have tried everything, and if we gotten to this point, or else. And if I had that
as well.
If we got into this, of course, I'm not saying he wouldn't be his friend afterwards. I'm sure it's not going to work. No, if I'd have tried everything and your detriment.
What do you mean by or else then? Because I interpret that as like a threat.
No, you're fired. Or else you're fired.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You're fired. No. I sent a couple guys over there and break his fucking leg for him. I don't know. That's not what I mean. No, but
you should probably stick with your five then.
I thought that's what you knew what I meant. Yeah.
Fucking Catholic retard.
Yeah, that's what my father used to say. But Dad, I was like, here's what's gonna happen, Tommy. You're gonna do this or else.
Oh right. So
and it could have been a beating. It could have been losing my Nintendo. It could have been fucking. My dad loved to do this. He used to threaten. I'll embarrass you in front of girls. That was really scary. That too. You're embarrassed now. Yeah.
And Clown, in my opinion, if he's getting in the way of making money, I'd just probably lay him off until he chills the fuck out, because it's not rare like people get lost in the sauce when it comes to like online drama that they're specifically being targeted in. Like that's pretty common. So to me, I'd just probably lay him off. I'd continue making episodes. I'd talk about it, make some money off that shit, and then if he wants to.
So the thing is, he does own the
channel.
channel. He does run the channel. He owns the channel. So can't really kick him off the show.
Oh boy,
you guys are fucked.
But I can certainly kick him from the Discord so he stops typing there. But
bro, I just all right, change of plans. What I would do is apologize to him immediately.
Okay.
True.
I mean, we just make a new channel if he deleted it.
Yeah.
In that situation.
Well, I'll give you a shout out when you're at 10 subs. All right. Anything else, Roberts?
Okay, I'll just add my little thing. In the defense of like Colossal, obviously it's a very sophisticated approach you've got to do.
You talk too much.
Yeah,
it's too much. Yeah, no, it's not
you
that
stopped him before he could suck my dick any
You kind of.
Just the tip club.
Cairo, you're on the air. Cairo.
I mean, I need you to watch this video, man. It has all the lore on Nerd City. Man.
All right, send me the video. Thanks for the call. Dirkos, rapid fire, you're on the air. Go.
Baby one up. Well,
exactly. Yeah, you're a retard. I think that's it. Soy Bucks, you're on the air. Rapid fire, go.
I didn't think I'd get back in. Dappy went mint.
Yeah, you've already had that freak on.
Yeah, go away if you haven't been in there. Regurgitator 66.
Well, actually, Lord Vega.
What? Who?
Lord Vega's in here.
Lord Vega whacked him, apparently. Jesus.
No, I don't know. I haven't been watching, but somebody DM me, told me to join. You need somebody's legs broken? What
do you want, Regurgitator?
Actually, I have a question for
Quick.
Colossus.
Quick.
Colossus. long time chain smoker, first time wearing clown makeup.
You didn't get to the point. Rapid fire,
I
go.
wanted to know the question there, but okay.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? I just came here to say that both sides are really fucking retarded. I think the ones accusing nerds to be pieces of shit, I think they are pieces of shit themselves.
Probably are, but he's got to deal with it. You're probably right. I guarantee you're right.
When you go to nerd side,
yeah,
he's a hypocrite. They're both hypocrites.
Yeah.
Because they shit on nerd for saying the F word, and then he's like on the right wing, but they
Yeah.
say worse shit. But
Yeah.
nerd calls them the F word, and then gets mad. When
I
they shit
am
on his
absolutely sure, but
logic
see,
and all
here's the
that.
thing: he can't worry about them. They don't have shows. He has a show, and he has other people.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think the solution is I don't think it should have gone this far. I don't think it should be a drama. Nerd's an idiot for making it public, especially to people that couldn't give a shit about
I
it.
agree. We already talked about that. Thanks so much. This
Nobody
is rapid
gives
fire.
a single fuck about that word, just to confirm. Not in the Discord in any case.
Yeah, spoonish. Okay, you don't want everybody to think you're a bunch of
We
wolf
literally
jerk
start our Patreon episodes with "What's up, faggots?" and welcome back to another. To be honest,
Spoonish 20, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up? I think it's pretty goofy how Nerd City is so quick to turn on his friends and shit just because they can't moderate their own fan base when it's like there's thousands and thousands of people. Like it's a small fucking country's worth of fan bases.
Yeah, he's a retard. I
In his
absolutely agree.
perspective, they turned on him though.
Yeah, I know. In Inferno, you're on the air. Rapid fire, go. And this is it.
Clown, I can't believe this, man. Like, how is Tommy C like?
not this fucking guy again. Get
He
him
sees
out.
Nerd City more clearly. It's actually insane to me.
What? What's been said
Like-
to you?
Like he calls you a coward cuck, and he's the way he acts, like it's just unacceptable. I think your weakness is like because he's your friend, Clown. He's your friend, and because of that, you're not as hard as him as you are as the other.
You know,
people
that's
that
a good
you
reason
don't
not to
even
be
know.
hard on somebody, Inferno. That's your friend. I'm
Yeah,
actually,
that's
like,
obvious.
yeah.
Why wouldn't I? I would be a bad friend if I didn't.
Well, I don't see it as way as a bad friend. I think as a bad friend, you want to call Nerd out for this.
Publicly?
I am calling him out, you fuck.
Yeah, what are you talking like?
No, you're not. Well, no, not publicly. Obviously, this isn't going on like how you're supposed to.
Yeah, that's enough. All right.
Yeah. Finally, a main channel video on Nerd City.
Yeah, it'd be funny. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I always get that when people like you gotta call you're calling them out. You've done it privately, done it publicly, and whatever. My audio is still high. Good. I'm glad it got you in the ears, Sosa. All right, I think I gotta read. I gotta do my Patreons. Patreon. There we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm on member already. Amazing. Community. I really should put this up early. I fucking hate this thing, man. Oh, that's creator. I would need to be on creator. All right. Insights. Thanks so much for the support on Patreon recently. And what happens is you definitely get your shit read. If you do it on Patreon. Patreon every time, guaranteed. And if you're over $10, I should say. And I'll be doing a short after show. You have to be a Patreon, a Twitch member, or a member on here. I'll be doing an after show right after this. Probably short though, because I do have company. Mafsy, Oatbag, Mrexon, Abby Blackbird, Ashley B, Billion Bones, Blue Jacket, and the Mega Homies. Cody Grill, Everborn, Final Flash, Latchkey Godboy, Little Manly,
Fuck you.
and the Super Duper Mega Homies. Monkey Do You Go, Nesquid, Dr. Typical Mom, Panic Fun, Reynolds Hughes, Taylor D, Tommy C. Scat, Trippy Savage, Irish, Genie in a Bottle, and Picklington. There you go.
Shit, there's some real G's in there for sure.
Yeah, real G's. I probably got them from you. And the Mega Homies. Me and my son watch your video. We say I'm the Mega Homies.
Nice. Dude.
Yeah, I know. He's old enough to watch that shit now. And I think we're mega done, mega out of here. Let me make the after show. What time is it now?
11:10 for you.
11:10 for
we
me.
could do like 11:15.
Yeah, we're gonna do a quick one. I don't know if we're gonna make fun of murder victims, which is my favorite pastime, or maybe something else. We won't be watching The Walking Dead this time, I promise.
All right, I gotta restart my computer. Bye, guys.
See you later, alligators. 15, and then it's what? 12. 15. Yeah, sure. It's in there. After show. Going be there. Thanks so much for being a part of the show, and I am out of here. Peace.